This is a HeadGum podcast.
This week on the program, one of the most forgettable films I've seen in a long time. It's Stay Alive. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Haunted game genie Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
And we hate movies.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Sometimes that is better.
Zombies have entered the building. They're at the door. They're coming in.
It is time to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
He's sick for fuck's sake. You've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Put the fucking lotion in the bag!
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in. As always, that's right, the 2021 Halloween Spooktacular rolls on to a movie that up until I turned it on, I had been consistently forgetting the title for like 2 weeks. It's Stay Alive from 2006, directed by William Brent Bell. You may know him as the director of The Devil Inside, The Boy, Brahms, The Boy 2, and the upcoming Orphan: First Kill.
Oh, Steve's favorite director. Shit.
I gotta tell you, man, I had a little bit of fun last night. You know what? I had a little bit of fun last night. I didn't love it. I'm not a big.
Really?
Here's the thing. Sometimes you need to like order a really shitty chicken parm hero when no one's looking and eat it in the bathroom.
Well,
and
you
that's
know what?
You have to do that.
Don't
You do
have to do that.
No,
You don't
but
have to do
sometimes
that.
you will.
Yeah, or I mean, like if you want the Andrew equivalent, like order Taco Bell at 11:30 at night when
Yes,
your wife's asleep, and then throw it down the garbage chute.
But it's not even that. It's boiled chicken with ketchup on white bread. That's what you ordered.
Can I ask you, were you having a good time last night because you knew the three of us were also watching this and you were just cackling to yourself?
It's horrible. It's
You like
so
this.
bad.
You actually like this.
We do a bad movie podcast, you see.
Uh-huh.
The movies aren't supposed to be good.
Right.
And I enjoy
But you
bad
found
movies.
a good one. You found a good one.
And The Boy, to be fair, I like The Boy quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's really stupid. The Boy 2 is intolerable. Just an FYI, I want to come out against The Boy 2.
You'll be there, though, once the pre-sales go on for
Orphan? Oh, my God.
movie.
Orphan Revenge, whatever it is? Absolutely.
Yeah, so
First Kill, but is that a prequel then?
I don't. That's a good
I
question.
think
This
it is.
actress has to be like 47 years old.
I think it is a prequel. Yeah.
Steve is a boy lover, but when two boys are involved, now they might talk. Then
Yeah, that's
You can't have
exactly correct.
Oh, please, the boy lover. The boy lover.
I love The Boy.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, since this was your pick, do you want to quickly boil down what this insufferable motion picture is?
Well, I mean, it asks the eternal question: is what if you died for real? If you died in the video game?
Sure,
Right.
yeah.
Which is something
Age,
we've all-
I think since like the days of Pong.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been
Always-
wondering.
I think we've been referencing that for years,
Yeah.
and I've never even seen this
So
movie
this
till
is
now.
this is the movie, right?
This is the movie.
finally
Right.
You
Yeah.
die in the game, you die for real.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it, did they say it in the movie? I don't think that
They
do.
don't say it
It's a-
the way we've been saying it.
No,
Was it a
because
poster?
They dance around it, though.
They dance around it because I think it's a. I watched the trailer last night because I was like, he didn't say it, and then in the trailer he does say it. He does say,
one
"You
of
die
those
in the
deals.
game, you die for real."
Let me ask you this, Steve. I didn't watch that trailer, but I want to make maybe a prediction here. Whatever whatever text is in the trailer for this motion picture, is it the same font as "You wouldn't steal a police car"? Because it seems like it's that kind of a trailer.
It was the trailer is amazing because it's like it actually takes you through the whole beginning of the movie, and it's just like there are 100 million gamers in America.
Oh boy,
One
that's
in
terrifying.
4 is addicted, and I was like, "What are you talking about? 1 in 4 is
Oh
addicted?"
man, wait a second. So is this like a message movie?
I guess so. All right, so this film is, long story short, is a horror video game that kills you when you actually die in the game, and this guy and all of his dead-faced friends need to figure out how to survive. And stay alive.
That's
yes,
right.
indeed.
Now, there's a lot of dead faces here. We got Frankie Muniz, who I have to say, we have a lot of fun with Frankie Muniz on this show. He's riding his race cars around Arizona or whatever he does nowadays. Good for him. Dude's
I think it's a Micro Machine set. I think we established that.
He's on his little neon orange track doing loop-de-loops.
He's also like miserable. If you ever look at his
good.
Twitter, like he just is like so self-pitying and like, they gave me a small macchiato instead of a large. Fuck my life.
Man.
He does shit like that all the time.
A miserable Twitter follow? No, thank you.
No, absolutely not. That's a mute or an unfollow at worst. But I have to say, this movie at least reminded me, like, he is charismatic enough.
Yes.
Like he was so watchable on that sitcom.
He's the best in this movie,
He
probably.
is, yeah. And then you got
As
Sophia Bush.
Swink.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. I was afraid to
swink.
I was afraid to Google swink. I was like, all right, guys.
Maybe it's like a surly twink.
If you're known as the boy lover, you can't be Googling swing.
First of all, I am not known as that, and I would like to not be known.
Well,
as that.
we know you as that.
What's the movie's called? What?
The Boy.
There you go.
Note to self: update Steve's Wikipedia page without him knowing.
But yeah, Sophia Bush. She's somebody.
She's on that Chicago PD show, which that's what I only know her from because it crosses over with SVU sometimes, and I've seen that.
She's encased in like CBS Amber. She's been in like TV forever, like just hopping around to different stations.
But she's not related to the evil political dynasty.
I don't believe so.
Okay,
I hope not.
You never know.
You got Jimmy Simpson, Always Sunnies, and other things.
Westworld.
Westworld.
I like him in things, but not this.
Not this.
No.
He's insufferable in this movie. I mean, like, it's the character. It's not his fault. Like, it's supposed to be the annoying character, but also, like, important thing to mention, I think, up front. This movie is PG-13, and it was distributed by Buena Vista, which indeed is the mouse for folks not in the know. This is Disney's, like, only slasher movie.
Fascinating.
And, like, that's why there's shit like there's no sex in this movie.
Yep.
The violence not really there gore-wise. And also, most importantly, Jimmy Simpson's character is not doing cocaine in this movie.
No, Phineas, Jimmy Simpson's Phineas or
Yikes.
Finn.
The names in this movie.
You can tell that they didn't want to show any more. There's this one scene very early. Milo Ventimiglia in glasses.
He's the Drew Barrymore of this motion
They
picture,
do
by
a
the
She's
way.
All That with Milo Ventimiglia. They try to make him a little less attractive by putting glasses on him.
Does the opposite effect, by the way.
He kind of looks hot, I'll be honest. But he comes back to find his roommate and his girlfriend dead.
Yeah.
And like they literally have to like, okay, I'll give you a second of blood. And like they show the scene of what happened for literally 1 second and then they go right off.
To be fair, though, they show them fucking, and he's fucking her in a pig mask. Is this a Slipknot sex? Is that what we're doing?
Dude, slip sex.
Hey,
we can't forget.
I want to come during the crescendo of wait and bleed. Here we go.
Okay, now we can go.
See, that's why I just made a orgasm sound
Yeah.
because I couldn't tell you what a Slipknot song sounds like. I've never heard one.
I could tell you.
It's
Now,
a
wait,
garbage.
Chris and I
truck.
can have a little Slipknot carry.
Yeah, it's the sound of a garbage truck falling off the Empire State Building.
Close. Very close. Including the wind sound before the crash.
now hang on a second though, because we're getting too far away from it. We got to keep track of everything. We have fucking Phineas. We have Swink. Sophia Bush's character is welcome to the season, I guess. October.
Yes, indeed.
What the fuck?
Every time someone has to say it as a name, I feel like they're like, October. Like, you know what I mean? It does not roll off
I
the
think
tongue.
the worst name is Milo which is Loomis Crowley.
Horrible.
that
Crowley.
sucks.
I'm going to do you a little Lister nod there.
And you got Samaire on Armstrong, the OC's Samaire Armstrong.
Oh,
as
okay. I didn't
Abigail.
recognize her.
As
She's-
nobody.
As nobody. She's like sexy gamer girl, and like in
But
the OC,
she's not the gamer girl.
That's
She's
right.
the one that I guess kind of we're supposed to watch the movie a little through her lens because she's the non-gamer.
Sexy, secretly homeless girl.
Oh,
I
my
guess.
dream, dude. Dude, then I have power over her.
Oh boy.
You want to eat tonight?
Sleep, huh?
Yeah, that's where Hutch is going towards the end of this.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
Hutch. Our main character, Hutch.
It's like
Ben Foster Jr., by the way. Fuck this kid.
Ben Foster's his little brother.
Wow,
boy.
but these have to be like nicknames. These can't be real names.
Yeah, I don't.
At least that's
I
how
would
it
hope
should be.
so.
Cocaine names. This is what these are.
At least with that first Final Destination movie, I think into it kind of trails off, but all of the sequels kind of have them here and there too. It's all the shit about like they're named after directors or whatever. But at least like Sean William Scott's character is Billy Hitchcock. You know, so like there's something, you're not just calling him Hitch.
I mean, like it's always, that stuff always hits my ear. So it just makes you flinch
because it's tippity tap, zappity zap
Yes.
screenplay names, and it's obnoxious because this is a movie. Much like I think the first time we ever encountered this was in our Chud commentary, where everyone is saying Bosch all the time,
Yes.
and Murph and whatever else.
Yeah.
Every sentence is like October, do this. Hutch, where are you? Like the personal address like that.
Yeah. Well, because there's so many characters that are all interchangeable, so you have to do that so you know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And they think because they give them stupid names like this, you'll remember them. No, I'm sorry. I
Opposite.
can't remember any of this shit. I don't remember but they do say the name of the movie at least 8,000 times.
Well, it's the game.
I did not remember because, off that point, I didn't remember what Adam Goldberg's name was in this movie. I just looked it up on IMDb.
Miller High Life.
Miller Banks. I'm going to name my son Miller.
That's a nod to Agent Cody Banks, another Frankie Muniz kind of a
Oh,
situation.
right.
Yeah, and also Dennis Miller, famed comedian and video game fan.
We'll have to do Agent Cody Banks one of these days. Doesn't he thwart like Paul Giamatti?
No,
and
that's Big Fat Liar. Boy, we both
wow.
answered that at the same time.
You
That's
guys
sad
are
as
some
fuck.
fucking Banks heads over here.
Paul
What
Giamatti
happens?
in that movie gets the David Cross "I blew myself" from Arrested Development. Like, there's something about that movie where he's just like a big fat blueberry at the end of it. Oh fuck, PG! Now you're just a blueberry.
Oh, life is unfair.
So what the hell is Agent Cody Banks about?
That's like it's a teen kid. It's like a James Bond Jr. essentially.
Agent Cody Banks, save the world, get the girl, pass math.
Yep, there it is. And there's a sequel. I
Hillary
believe.
Duff.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
It was a big deal. Muniz and Duff in the same movie. It was like
Finally.
Pacino and De Niro.
Directed by Harold Zwart.
One day I'm going to be coming down that corner. It's going to happen.
Isn't Zwart the German word for black?
The Schwartz.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This guy,
Schwarzbach.
the Agent Cody Banks director, directed the Karate Kid remake.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The Karate Kid remake, and I know we should talk about Stay Alive.
No.
It's a great movie. It's always this weird thing, like, why wasn't there a sequel to it? Like, not that I wanted it to happen, but like, it was super successful. Everybody loved it.
Was it?
Wasn't it, or was it
I have
not?
no
Which
idea.
movie are we talking about?
The Karate
remake.
Kid 2010.
Oh, I thought you were
Jaden
talking about
Smith
Stay
and,
Alive.
By the way, is 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
My Lord. Again, I've never seen it, but it just sort of, when that movie came out, it seemed like a hit. I was like, oh, here we go, Karate Kid Part 2.
I don't
And
know.
It never happened. Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe
yeah.
G wouldn't allow it.
Who?
G.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, that's true. He had
You
a
get
real problem
one.
with it. Yeah.
You get one. That's it.
Jackie Chan teaching karate.
Yeah.
Just seems wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
It's pretty stupid.
So we start. It's Milo Ventimiglia. He is the Drew Barrymore.
The
and-
cold open of this movie though is really like you're only seeing the video game for a really long time, and this is 2006, and these are like sub 2006 video game graphics. I feel.
Yeah, and it takes the video game to walk you through it a little bit. It takes place at a very evil residence.
right.
A residence that has a residence has a lot of evil at it.
Near a hill that's silent.
Yes, they're very close to the high.
Silent Hill 4 is mentioned in this. I don't know if there was
Is
a
that
4.
real? I was wondering
know.
about that. I never played the first Silent Hill. That movie's supposed to be good, people say.
That's better than most video game adaptations. The
I didn't
Rhoda
follow
Mitchell
the-
Silent Hill.
Oh, Rhoda Mitchell?
She's
in
the
it?
she's the lead in it.
Interesting.
I mean, that the thing is they do mention Silent Hill 4, but they also mention, and I have a hard time believing that in Silent Hill there is something called a Mega Blaster or a
That's
Hyper
why
Blaster. I was like, no
confused.
way.
I was like, that kind of name for a weapon
Yes.
doesn't gel with what I thought that game franchise was. But like,
You
I
got
don't
me.
know.
But I mean, that's the problem always with when you do a video game movie about a fake video game, you're gonna get those like clunkers, and that's what this whole movie is those clunkers of like, oh, it's just like that thing you like, but not exactly.
Right.
But you couldn't find one video game nerd to tell you what actually happens in Silent Hill 4.
That'd be a really good idea.
Get the hyper blaster in this creepy game where you just walk a lot.
we could be wrong. And
It could be a
maybe
thing.
part 4, there is a
Maybe.
hyper blaster. I don't know, but it's very important to point out. Yes, it's a residence that's evil, but it's a very specific kind of residence. Indeed, this video game takes place on a southern plantation, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, because this movie actually was the last movie filmed in New Orleans before Katrina, which is shocking.
Oh,
yes.
Press X to bury Mama Gump.
You died on a Sunday
Press
after brunch.
Press circle to throw rocks at Jenny's old house.
Let me stop 1,000 tweets. There is a hyper blaster in.
There is
Okay.
a hyper blaster.
Whoa.
Okay.
Stopping some tweets.
Okay,
right.
congratulations, everyone.
Okay.
Look at game FAQs. Can't aim the hyper blaster, and now the hyper blaster's got some problems.
Hyper Blaster. Wow.
Man, you have your game with a faulty hyper blaster. What an idiot.
Yeah, so it's about this game is about heritage. It's about history,
Yes, indeed.
which is also weird because they use this real woman, this real historical figure, Countess von whatever her name is,
Who was Hungarian?
yes, and they just moved her to New Orleans.
that's like
300 years later.
Just do Delphine LaLaurie.
Yes.
Like she's right there.
Yes.
But
Like
this is what I said to you off the air. You're not going to do that because then you have to acknowledge slavery in the movie.
Which
and
you're
that's
not doing.
not what
I
we're doing.
guess so, but
Of
like,
course you do. She fucking killed slaves. That was the thing.
well, they could have just said he killed her like servants or something like that. They wouldn't have to do that. Like they wouldn't be obligated. In 2006, they would not be obligated.
Here's the thing. You fucking take this video game, you set it in Hungary, and make it kind of like
sure.
a Transylvania type setting
You
or whatever.
that like Hungarian dance number 5 catchy tune, set that to some killing. I'm gonna enjoy it.
A Hungarian dance number 5 is like Mambo number 5.
Yeah.
A
but it's
little
all-
bit of dancing in my life, a little bit of hip twist in my life.
and all the girls' names are like European.
yeah. Katrina and Agatha.
Dagmar.
Spanafanta.
Katarina.
Ava Braun. No.
No.
Ava, maybe.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like this little walkthrough. You're walking through this haunted house.
Yeah, and he just goes in there and gets killed pretty immediately. This kid sucks at this game.
Totally sucks shit. I mean, for all these like folks that are like hard ass gamers in this movie, a lot of easy kills.
Well, the weird thing is, you're totally right though, Andrew. The graphics suck shit.
Absolutely.
And usually in these kinds of things, you want the graphics to be kind of better than what you would get. You know, like Tron. You know what I mean? Like. To date myself, like that was like 8-bit, like on steroids, right? That's kind of makes it an immersive, interesting looking thing.
But that's like, yeah, you're using like movie technology. You can make a better looking fake video game. 'Cause
Exactly.
You don't have to have all the video game playing
Yeah.
components of
but
it.
then like people would be like, well, video games don't look like that. I feel like you would get criticism either way.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But Tron rules.
Tron
And
rules.
It does
They should just do that. They should just make this Tron. They get sucked into the video game.
that's at
Holy
least
shit, man! You
something.
die in the game, you die for real.
I've been living in here for 30 years.
Man, I'm due for a rewatch of both of those.
You gotta stay alive, man.
Oh, Michael Sheen's about to play. Don't worry, he's good.
Dude, him
Solid Snake built that from a bunch of scraps.
a bunch of twisted scraps.
Bunch of twisted metal.
And like, also the thing about this, like in the beginning of this, it's like Milo Ventimiglia is playing the game, and like there's like crawly people on the walls and stuff
Nice.
who never come back. You know what I mean? Like that's only like it would be something if
More crawly people.
yeah, or like because like the idea is like, oh, all of this stuff is actually real. But then when you see the ghosts, they look like video games. So you kind of want like,
that's
you want it to go
really
the
dumb.
other way later in the movie, where it's like, oh shit, these are real ghosts. They're actually scary.
The Ring has been out by now, right?
Yes, for sure.
Just rip it off. Just have the characters walk out of the video game or whatever and become a real person.
That'd be cool.
What's a
Money. Money.
Yeah, that's a visual effect.
Here's the thing, though. You know what movie does this idea kind of better? Like, people aren't getting killed or whatever, but this movie could have been better if it functioned this way. That second new Jumanji movie is all about like the video game. It's kind of, it mirrors more the Robin Williams movie. All the shit comes out of the video game, not them going into it. And it's like Jumanji's running wild in the town, and like that's the movie. That should have been this. Like, they're coming out of the game looking, it's like shitty, like 64-bit.
Yes.
And then they come out the TV and it's a real looking creepy ring girl or something.
I never saw those Jumanjis.
Fun as fuck, both of them.
I have not either.
They're all fine.
They're not masterpieces, but like if you just want to like have a good time.
Or also like
decent family films.
This movie also reminded me of Brain Scan, a previous episode.
Yeah.
And that's a successful version, more or less.
Well, yeah, because you invent a character like the trickster, and it's actually an inventive moment.
And
all this fucking it's a shitty video game. A, B, it's Bathory, who I'm like, okay, like,
and she ain't talking. The trickster's talking a mile a minute
all the time,
and it's played by Alice Krige, and you can get Alice Krige to be scary, dude.
Yeah.
Alice Krige is just scary in general. She goes to Whole Foods, people clear the fuck out. She's in that red green line. Everyone's like, you can just go right ahead, ma'am.
Oh my God, I was about to overpay for this box of chicken masala that I fucking didn't weigh before I got to the register. But now I saw Alice Krige and I'm shitting my pants and leaving it behind.
I was just getting a pint of chicken noodle soup. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I just look like this naturally.
I feel like there's a single shot of her in this movie, and she's got like dead ass, like black shark eyes and whatever, and it looks awesome. And I'm like, dude, scenes deleted. What
That's
are we
the
doing?
movie.
Actually, wait. Speaking of scenes deleted, quick question around the horn, because I don't know who was watching what. There's supposedly a 15-minute longer director's cut. I watched the 85.
85.
As much of a fan of this film as I am, and I only watched it the first time last night, I won't be going to watch any more of it.
Really?
85
I
is
think
plenty.
next October, if you find it.
85 is plenty.
Sticking with the boy then.
Yeah, sticking with the boy.
It doesn't appear like they're offering it to rent anywhere. Like, at least on Apple, it was just like the theatrical.
It must be like a DVD.
Unrated
thing.
DVD.
In Germany only.
So
apparently there's an entire character that was cut out of the movie. I read that on Wikipedia.
Wait, is that right?
In the added scenes in the unrated version, an entire character and subplot or something is removed.
What's the subplot?
They didn't say.
I would have guessed. That's funny because I would have guessed that the larger cut like makes Wendell Pierce do anything, like because he just disappears.
Jesus Christ!
Which thankfully for him, he got to disappear.
He's enjoying a nice nap or a long fucking bender.
Is the character that got deleted's name like Crank or something?
It did not tell me.
Clank.
There's probably someone on IMDb that we didn't see in the movie. And
oh my God, Ratchet died in the game, and now he died for real.
My cousin Trot is here. Meet Trot, everybody. He's a great gamer.
We call him Trot because a lot of the times he gets diarrhea and doesn't know it.
Yeah, his mom's Sarah Palin.
It would be great if somebody was like, "Oh shit, okay, so all I have to do is say this spell to make this happen," and they do it for Banjo-Kazooie to be able to hang out with Banjo and Kazooie.
Absolutely.
But then he gets eaten by that fucking bear. Oh my God, he's a real bear,
dude. That's
all
what
the
I
bird
want.
looks on dispassionately.
All of the like the cutesy video game characters, they come out the world, dude, and they're evil. Cubert's just fucking sucking people. Just eating them.
Oh, dude, fucking Diddy Kong rips your face off and fucks it like a real monkey would.
On IMDb, there's a character called Fidget. I don't remember that.
I remember Fidget.
Maybe Fidget guy.
Twins, Fidget and Spinner.
Oh man.
But so whatever, he's horrified and like he dies pretty immediately, gets hung by these chains
after being told that this game is the sickest shit since Fatal Frame.
Because he calls Hutch and he's like, "Yo man, I got the new game. You want to come over?" And he's like, Nah, dude, it's like fucking 2 a.m. and I'm not gonna do that.
I have a job.
Exactly.
It's a thing where Milo's character is a guy who's like a beta tester, so he's getting all these games before they come out, and it's like this is the spooky new horror survival game called Stay Alive.
And he winds up going upstairs to talk to his roommates. He wants anyone to play with him, and they're just fucking pounding.
Yeah.
With the pig mask,
The pig
as you
mask
said,
moment is
yeah.
beautiful.
This is also a weird thing where like Milo is clearly living in like a big,
Yes.
like 4-bedroom house in some development in suburbia. It's
Yeah.
like, you got this fucking roommate for it, dude.
They have a foyer. Like,
Yeah.
like a cathedral ceiling where he gets hung from.
Yes.
In front of the like, yeah.
It's a full-on like pseudo McMansion type house.
It's
A little
pretty
smaller,
wild,
but yeah.
yeah. I'm sure we have some listener that's furious. Like we have them and we like them and we live with roommates.
Well, Milo is a bit of a shut-in type, it would seem, because like you would think he would be banging all the time in a pig mask.
Chris, remember, gamer.
Yes, I guess
So gamer, that's
guess.
shut in.
I
Let's be
guess.
honest. Let's have some brutal truths out there, folks.
Sure.
You got
all of them, yeah.
time to put down the video game. Step slowly back.
Listen to Uncle Eric.
Yeah.
And
walk through the threshold.
And take
the
The
door,
outside.
you mean the front door?
Yes, I mean the front door.
I was gonna say take off the video game and put on a kung fu movie.
Yes.
And listen to
Yes.
Uncle Eric.
Yes.
Yes. Like a sensible shut
Still,
in.
yeah, still stay in. Don't leave the house.
No, certainly not. Oh no.
Whatever, dude. I will sit there and play Need for Speed Heat for 3 hours and not notice a second of time.
But
passing.
like this roommate of his is going at it with this girlfriend of his, and he takes off the mask, and I'm like, you could have kept that on, buddy.
Yeah, you
Not
look
a huge
better with it
difference.
on. But also, like, I guess they're very libertine in this house because he's just knocking. This dude's inside this girl. He's like, hey, man, you want to go hang out and play? I was like, dude, I'm literally like in the middle of sex.
We're
not
marinating right now.
We're not even canoodling.
Yeah.
Soaking.
You guys hear about
soaking? That's what it is.
the new
Excuse me.
Mormon sex thing.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, no, what is
The
what is
craze.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's
I can't
not
believe-
new. It's not new.
Oh, really?
I learned about this first
Shut the fuck up.
on that show.
No.
It was a short-lived Amazon show called It was with John Goodman, like Red House or something.
John
Alpha
Goodman?
House.
Yeah.
Alpha House.
He was
Yes.
soaking in it?
No, but one of the characters, Ben, he was an old UCB guy, Ben something, I think. Really funny guy, played a Mormon character. And there was a thing where they talked about this soaking business. I think the new development is the jumping on the bed to simulate.
Okay,
soaking.
we got to explain this to
Please,
Steve.
yes,
Okay, so the thing is,
I can't wait. Can I just point out,
Sure,
like,
sure.
you can still
no,
explain this,
please.
Eric, but can I just point out, finally, for once, in 11 years on the air, someone else is explaining a weird sex thing to Steve.
exactly.
Yeah, because Steve's the guy that's plugged in, man.
He's
Plugged in.
he's depraved. That's for sure. And usually you're on top of your cults, and Mormonism,
it's true.
without a doubt, is a
and
creepy, weird cult.
Within the community, it's called pegged him. Please.
So what this
LOL.
soaking is Mormon teens do not think it's a sin to put your penis in a girl's vagina and not move it.
Oh.
Like, if there's no thrusting, it's not sex.
So it's not sex. I just have my hard dick inside of her. And now the new twist is, well, if I get my friend to watch us fucking jump on the bed, suddenly, so I'm having sex without having the sin of sex.
Well, because someone's watching you?
Yes.
No, because someone is helping
Oh,
you simulate
I
the
see.
movement.
They're jumping up and down on
there's
the
a
bed.
third person.
Oh, okay.
So they're forcing you to fuck. It's not like the bed
Fascinating.
moves and then your dick and
Can
vagina
I
go
just
up
say
and
something?
down.
And I never thought I would say this out loud. Dry humping is so much better than that.
Yes,
Of course it is.
100%.
Of course it is.
But also-
because you don't have to have a fucking friend come in and jump on the bed.
And listen, any Mormon listener out there who's participating in soaking, it is sex. And not only that, it's more sinful because it's a menage a trois, technically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you are
But also,
going
you know
to
what?
hell.
You know what, Mormon teen out there listening to this show on the sly, and your parents, hopefully don't find out. It's also fine.
Yeah.
It's totally okay
No,
if
it's
you have
not.
sex.
Don't
Just be safe
yes,
about it.
have sex. Fuck. Do not soak.
Yeah, don't soak. Just fuck.
It's just
Well,
dumb.
you soak before sex is the idea.
Well, yeah, you want to
Yeah, yeah,
clean.
yeah.
Well, oh, you clean your junk.
Clean that Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
You know.
Note to self: clean myself.
I mean, so what is? I mean, like, is the idea? I'd be like, "Yo, Eric, I'm gonna come over to your house. You're gonna soak. I'll be the jump on the bed guy. But next weekend, you gotta come. You gotta be jump on the bed.
Yeah.
We got a little back and forth there.
Exactly.
Well, but also their system of marriage would allow for a more polycule type situation.
Sure,
like,
yeah, that's actually a
where
good
you would
point.
have a third come in
That's
and
actually
help you.
that's a fair point because you're all going to grow up to live in like a murderous ranch house.
That's
with like
not all
with
Mormons. Let's just
really.
yeah. Very few
So, like-
live in murderous ranch houses.
1 in 20 tops.
It's spooky business, though, isn't it?
Definitely is, dude.
Oh my god.
Spookier than this movie.
Absolutely.
So he goes to bed after they're like, shut the door, man. Not too upset though. They're like, late. We'll do that later. Come in later.
Yeah, even the woman who's getting railed is just like, excuse me, can you come back in a few minutes? Like, she's not.
Yes.
I'd be screaming, go that fucking door!
Exactly. That's how that works. That's always what I've encountered.
Well, but I have to assume Milo has been like in the corner with them
for
at least
sure.
once
And
or
or
twice.
like, they're all playing with each other kind of
Fapping.
Yes. It's a fap house.
Yeah, a big
Oh,
fap
it's a
house.
fap house. That's what I thought the Amazon show was called, the Fap House.
Yeah.
John Goodman fapping. So he just goes to bed.
Imagine that. He's got that commercial now where he's like a face on a finger.
The finger on the face. But
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
the face on the
that's-
finger. Rather.
People might not
shit.
know this, but in the United States, there's like rampant online gambling, and that's just legal now
Yeah,
because
all
our
the time.
societal structure is completely falling down. So we're increasing the opiate of the masses, so people don't actually do anything.
That's
Yeah.
until we get re-sponsored by DraftKings. We'll have to edit this part out.
That's right.
That's fair. But oh my God, what was I saying? I was
a finger man.
the finger face. Oh my Lord. So there's a commercial in the United States, at least, where there's John Goodman's face on a finger, and you've never seen this guy so slim. But imagine that. Imagine a bunch of John Goodman faces on your fingers, and then you're fapping.
Or maybe it's just the whole cast of Roseanne is on there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thumb.
Yeah. Pretend my dick's the Chinese food, and you're all going to grab it at the end of the round table.
So then I guess you would cut your thumb off and then insert Katie Seagal on a new thumb. Kind
That's
of a
right.
thing.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
I know she got exiled or whatever.
The
killed her
Connor's
off on the
season
show.
like 9 or something, and like
Really?
Katie Seagal is on it,
and
That's a
she's
commercial.
just playing.
She's like dating John Goodman, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
Might be the
Oh,
case, 'cause
that's
they
amazing.
murdered Roseanne, dude. They had
Oh,
her
I
fucking
love
OD.
Oh no.
The finger thing is just so gross. The idea of your fingers having teeth and eyes.
Yeah.
It's why those thumb movies are fucking abominations.
But John Goodman, like if I'm stroking and then I hear John Goodman just say, enjoying my stroke. I'm sitting here enjoying my stroke. I would enjoy that. That would make me happy.
All right.
Would you make him like say lines he had in movies? Like you're just jerking off and he's like, time is on my
Would you
side.
make him lick it?
But only not lick it. No. But he would have to do the lines, absolutely. But you would have to make them for jerking off. Like time is on my side is good if I'm having a long stroke.
Oh, actually, he can help you with the JOI situation because you're just jerking off.
right.
And if you're going too far, he goes, over the line.
Yes, exactly.
But if
yeah.
you're fingering your own asshole, it's like, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Thud.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
But
Thud.
imagine how little that tongue would be. It'd be like the tiniest mouse licking your cock.
But John Goodman saying, don't come. Don't you come. Would be fantastic.
I would never get hard again.
No, I think my balls are seizing up already.
Not yet. Hold it. What
a filthy fucking discussion.
Release.
Because we don't want to talk about the movie. Sorry,
Stay alive.
Steve.
I know. So, Melvin, never in my life, and I'm glad. I would be really embarrassed if I ever had a nightmare about a video game like that. That's what I'm like, you know what,
Yeah.
dude. But so he has a nightmare. But the video game, he goes downstairs. The power is out, I guess. That's why he's got a lighter. I was confused by this. And then basically scary stuff happens. He gets hung. Is this in that show? This Is Us. Does he die every episode? Is that how it works? It's like a South Park
Oh, it's
South
like
Park situation.
live, die, repeat or something, right?
I think it's like they just keep reminding you that he died in like a microwave explosion or something stupid like
Something,
that.
yeah, some appliance blew up.
I just
Right.
think every episode he should get killed.
Like a
kinda-
hot plate blows up in his face or
He's
something.
trying to make popcorn and
I
fucked
think
up.
it is a hot plate. I think you might be right.
But then it's like you know, there's been like 3 more seasons of just flashbacks of him in Vietnam or some shit.
Well, you know, this is the Darwin Awards. You know, if you can't handle the hot plate, get the fuck out of the planet.
Oh yeah, when your dad tried to put, you know, his hearing aid in the air fryer. Oh man, that was so sad.
He doesn't live that long though.
No,
He
no.
dies in the 1970s, I think the show says.
That's cool. I know nothing about the show whatsoever.
I'm taking a victory
Horrid.
lap on that one because when it came out, I was like, this show sucks ass. And everyone's like, no, it's the greatest show anyone's ever made. And then sure enough, which happens a lot with TV shows, the next season, everyone's like, what were we thinking? I'm like, I know what you were thinking. You were fucking idiots.
But then someone's thinking something because it's in like its 5th or 6th season.
Oh, of course.
Or something.
Yeah,
I
it's
cannot
never
believe
going
it's
to end.
still on the
It's
air.
never going to end. And Milo Ventimiglia is like, I don't know. At some point, you're going to have to see him like going to Korea or something just to give him more time.
Just give Sterling K. Brown another television show and let's all get on with our lives,
That'd be great.
everybody.
Every morning I wake up and I say, it's never going to end, is it? Not about that show, just in general.
Yes.
So he's dead. He's hanging from a belt in his fucking closet. Basketball reference.
And
no,
Rex,
here he's in the foyer.
Yeah, he's hung from the ceiling.
like
or
from
something.
where a chandelier would be.
Right.
Whereas Rex, his sex buddy, was like hung and bled from.
Yeah.
But you see it for, I'm not
It's
kidding
like
you, like a second.
Like the
It's
room
the
is
Dick and
covered.
Fight Club.
It's covered in blood. The
Yes.
room is
Yeah.
covered in blood, right? Yeah.
Which also, like, the movie is starting off with this notion of, like, if you die the same way you died in the game, but, like, them 2 motherfuckers weren't even playing the game. Like, you learn at the end of the movie that doesn't matter.
Yes.
But most of the movie, you're told it does matter, but
No,
the beginning of the movie also tells you it doesn't matter.
It must be like a Jake Paul like gaming house, like
Yeah.
or like because
oh,
like
the
they must
fucking
have.
funk in that place, I bet, right?
Oh, what the crimes in that place?
Oh, sure.
I mean,
sure.
But like they must have all, as we learned, like part of this is you say an incantation, and you get so all 3 of them must have done this together.
I see. Just
and then
scenes deleted.
Yeah. Again,
Got it.
because this was probably 3
Well,
hours in
when
the
he-
original.
When
cut.
he interrupts them having sex or whatever, they're like, "Oh, we haven't played the game for hours, loser," or whatever.
Oh, so they
do
did
say
play
they
it.
played it.
They
Oh,
have
okay.
played it.
Got
So
it. Got
Then they died. So now we get introduced to Hutch, Ben Foster's brother, who boy, this kid.
If you are to believe the IMDb trivia, apparently Ben Foster was supposed to play this character, and then he said his brother would be better suited for it. And what that means is this movie is beneath me.
Yes.
And I'm going to give it to my brother, who I also believe is beneath me.
I would like him to move out of my guest house.
The Foster brother was having a run though because he was in The Door and the Floor, and he got a bunch of fucking notices for
Is
it.
he the kid from
He's
The Door and the
kid from The
Floor?
Door and the Floor.
Oof.
He's also in The Mysteries of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a forgettable movie.
Yeah,
Wow.
oh, sure.
They gave him a lot of chances, and he botched all of them.
Oh man, I'm fucking Kim Basinger in this movie. Whoa! Right, that happens in that movie.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
saw The Door on the Floor.
There's a good like.
Did they
Jeff-
fuck in The
He
Door on the
cuts
Floor?
Jeff Bridges. It's fucking amazing.
But there's a scene where Jeff Bridges is totally going to town on Kim
Oh, wow,
Basinger
that's-
for like
all
a
right,
split
maybe I'll give
second.
that a shot.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Put that in Tron.
It's one of those like dreadfully sad indie movies that like I definitely saw in theaters. Maybe we saw it
Oh, yeah,
together,
yeah.
and it was just like, well, now we feel like total shit.
during that run where like Jeff Bridges could do no wrong, like that was, I mean, he was the contender on. He had like a 5-year run.
Yeah, Contender, great movie.
Yeah.
This kid, this chin strap goatee
Yeah.
mustache.
But his hair in general and the like office clothes he wear, he looks like Jim from The Office in this. a
He
little
does
bit.
actually.
Definitely does. Wow.
He looks like the porn parody version of Jim from The Office.
Also,
Tim from The Office.
pointedly, who he's looking like is Keanu at the beginning of The Matrix.
Yes, also true.
Let's not try and do that. Huh?
He gets pulled into his boss's office. His boss is Adam Goldberg.
Miller Banks.
Miller Banks. Adam Goldberg always acting as if he's on cocaine. And
This is
yes.
another character that should be fucking tooting up a storm in this
He's
movie.
usually fine, but even
Sure.
he sucks in this fucking movie.
Dude, he's way better in previous episode that we just did, The Prophecy.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Remember?
Yes, yeah, totally.
He's got
Like,
a fun, nervous energy. you know?
Exactly. He's been very capable before, but I guess because this is trash and no one gives a shit about it, I guess this is what happens.
He's also very funny on the sitcom Friends.
Apparently, Steve Zahn was supposed to play this character. It dropped out at the last second, and they're like, "Hey, Adam Goldberg, you got 2 days?" And he's like, "Yep, I sure do."
Wow. You know, honestly, Steve Zahn and Ben Foster, it might have been better. Not a good movie, but it might have been better.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Also, Adam Goldberg. Yeah, you're totally right, Steve. He gave him a day. It's a single fucking day because he does not leave this office set.
No.
You're totally right.
So it's basically comes in, and you think Hutch is going to get in trouble. He's like, "Oh, I should have got you that report yesterday." Like, I don't care about that. What I need to know is, how do I get past the last level of the video game? He's like,
This is Silent Hill 4.
He even says, "This is why I hired you," which is baffling.
Yeah.
But this is a gamer's dream.
Yes.
I don't have to do my actual stupid office work. I just have to tell my idiot boss how to beat his stupid video game.
Hey, man.
It's the dream job.
It's a fucking great scam if you can find it.
So I get why they're like, wouldn't this be great, kinda?
Yeah, but I think that
It's not sad at all.
here's here's the weird thing. Some guy hires you for your video game knowledge. It's like, yeah, and it's like, you don't have to work. Don't worry about work at all. It's like, yeah, in 3 weeks I'm jerking this guy off, right?
Yeah,
That's how that's gonna go.
Me.
It's just
Yeah,
like
totally.
it's just like, oh no, man, you're so good at video games. All I need you to do is come in here, give me some tips from now and again.
He's definitely asking you if you have a dealer, for sure. He's
exactly.
like, he's looking for a new hookup, sir. You can get me through Silent Hill, and you can get me some meth.
Here's the other thing, though. It's 2006. I know we're like a year away from YouTube, but like the internet exists. Just go search for a game guide. Don't hire this guy to give you like IRL video game tips.
He said something the walkthrough didn't help him, you know.
Oh God, they have a fucking line to cover every dumbass
But you
detail
know,
in this
dude,
movie.
this movie's very good, and I'm gonna defend
See,
it.
it's ironclad. We cannot penetrate. We're trying to find avenues to make fun of it, but
Totally.
it's all there.
I gotta find the fucking flaw in the Death Star somewhere.
Yeah, they did their homework.
Oh,
Stupid impenetrable video game slasher movie.
and whatever. It's just sort of like, oh, I need to take tomorrow off because my friend fucking died.
No, he gets the call.
Oh, that's
in the
right.
office because it's like a little tit for tat. It's like, I'll tell you how to beat this part in Silent Hill 4, but can I have tomorrow off? Presumably to just go play video games.
Is he a video game pay pig, Adam Goldberg? Is that what's going on?
I
here?
guess so.
I think you're exchanging tips for fucking other office services.
That sucks, because in that case, October should have this job.
Absolutely,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, get fucking him out. Hutch out of here.
Hutch.
Fucking named after furniture.
I had a college professor. She taught like a college writing course. Very cool woman. Her name was Professor Hutchinson, and she was like, "You can call me Hutch." And I was like, "But that's also the nickname for the highway that you take to come to campus." So I don't know that I'm comfortable with that.
Hey, where's Starsky?
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. Like that's kind of like call me house. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
exactly.
shut the fuck up. You're not a private detective. Give it a rest.
You can't tell me to give you a nickname. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
You know what? T-Bone, I think we all decided on for me.
Yeah, my name's Brendan. You can call me the badass.
Oh yeah, dude, get the badass in here. I need some Silent Hill 4 help.
So he finds out that his friend died, and he goes to the funeral the next day. And this is where he meets Abigail, who is the friend of the girl who is having Slipknot sex.
Oh right, and she's just like, this is creepy, and someone needs to tell her to please stop, because she's like, oh, I always thought I'd be taking pictures at so-and-so and so-and-so's wedding.
Yeah.
But I guess since I can't do that, I'm just taking pictures at the funeral.
No, you're not. No, you got to put that down.
Get that camera. Listen, a camera should never go into a cemetery.
No, I guess I would.
Just
I'd
seems like
sign
a
on to
pretty
that.
solid
Yeah,
Right.
that seems better.
No shutter bugs. It should be on the sign of every cemetery.
That's a good point, because then we wouldn't have to deal with that stupid fucking ghost orb crap or whatever.
It's going to happen eventually, man, because every stage of life gets infected by capitalism and now Instagram. Eventually, there's going to be like...
We're going to monetize graveyards.
We are
in a
absolutely
big
going to
way.
monetize graveyards.
Look, I'm saying, you know what? Maybe you can take a camera in the garbage. You should at least cover yourself up, get some camouflage, go into bushes a little bit.
Well,
Don't
it'll
just be there, be like, Snap, snap, snap.
It'll be the thing where, there's like the kids that's got holding the pictures, like first day of kindergarten. You'll just put like a placard on the grave, on the grave, like first year in the ground.
Right.
You come back, second year in the ground, third year in the ground.
I got a great way to monetize cemeteries. Get some fucking vending machines out there. Like just some water.
I think Los Angeles has already started, right? Don't they show movies there? It's like, yeah, sure, just piss
The
and
Hollywood
shit.
Forever Cemetery.
Yeah, just dump your garbage on this stupid poor soul.
Also, set up parking in the cemetery.
Yes.
So, because then you have visitation times, then you break down the whole fucking thing.
I love showing movies in the cemetery like that. It's like, yeah, I got this whole picnic here. Take that, Jack Lemmon.
Well, I guess you could show Deep Throat in the cemetery for a prize.
Great. I'm stuck in purgatory and I got to watch fucking bee movie. Great. Excellent. Jerry Seinfeld as a bee.
Oh, and he's into big ladies. Great. That's great.
That was my thing. I was into big ladies.
Why don't you stomp on me? Stomp on my grave.
Oh. That's why he's in purgatory, because he's into it. But like this girl comes up to him, because you find out later in the movie, it doesn't really matter. He has a huge tragic backstory, which is hilarious.
Oh, it sure is.
And he was raised by Loomis's family.
Loomis.
And this little girl comes up and is like, Mom and Dad were going to throw away all of his video games and this satchel. I wanted you to have it. It's like, here at my brother's funeral, you can take, I don't know, lady, just go to GameStop and get $9 in store credit. Be done with it.
That's the highest you're ever going to get in store credit at GameStop for turning in games.
I don't want to pick on this lady too much, but this is like the worst actress in the bunch.
Oh, of course.
She goes up to Hutch and he's like, he had a satchel and he had to say, would you like it? I think I got to go off screen.
I think you're right, though. This movie has a real problem with enunciation. I was like, I had to put on the fucking subtitles. I'm like, who is saying what?
A lot of mumble mouths. Mumble and marble mouths in this movie.
So he gets Stay Alive.
By the way, Marbles, that was like your great-grandfather's video game they were hooked on.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite original Nintendo games, Marble Madness.
Adapted from regular marbles. And
based on the popular game made famous by the Greatest Generation.
It was that and jacks, right?
Love jacks.
You throw some jacks down, you get the bouncy ball.
Once you get fivesies,
suddenly, boom, there goes the entire day.
Ladies and gentlemen, 500 of our citizens have been killed in downtown Detroit. There's been a shower of marbles. It is truly marble madness.
Dude, Roland Emmerich's Marble Madness. Yes, make that movie.
I like this idea.
I would love that.
Went right through his skull. Just the marble right. It dropped at a certain height. It just goes right through.
Oh my God, the marbles just broke the White House. Jesus Christ.
I just saw the trailer again for that Moon Revenge movie.
Oh, dude.
Where the moon's going to walk on you now.
The moon.
It looks good,
has
actually.
Had enough.
It looks fun. It looks dumb.
I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. But actually, because you could take the battleship route. Right?
Yeah.
They made that battleship movie.
Sure.
It's a thing where aliens are pummeling the Earth with marbles.
Got
and
it.
then a team of experts has to go up into a space station. And there's a mutual game of Marble Madness.
This plot of Pixels, I think. Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some jacks in there. Get some jacks in there. Bro.
Finally, a crisis I can handle. Marble Madness. I remember playing marbles.
Oh, I'm getting ready to flick these things. Come on, man, flick some marbles.
Oh no, I can't do it. I've lost my marbles.
He goes to this vampire coffee shop where Finn and October work. Jimmy Simpson and Sophia Bush, who are brother and sister in this movie, figure that out. And he's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm back home." This whole movie takes place in New Orleans. I guess he lives in the city, and this is like some Louisiana suburb kind of a thing.
Is that what's going on?
I would love to see more of anything
in New Orleans. Yeah, for sure.
It feels like Anytown, USA.
It does. You see some stuff like later. You see October's apartment. She's got this kind of cool, those balcony apartments that they have there in New Orleans there, where it's like,
an apartment with a balcony?
No, but it's like the whole floor is balcony.
Yes, yeah.
They
wrap around floors. Yeah,
Veranda is the word I think I want to use. instead.
Like a wraparound porch, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been in New Orleans.
You got to go, dude.
Wonderful.
I just hope I don't run into any spooky video games.
You
But
just might.
they're like, oh man, it sucks. Loomis is gone. He was part of our gamer clique. I say clique, not click. No,
I don't think he is, though, because there's a reference made to like Jimmy Simpson doesn't know these people that are getting killed. Because he's going off about like, and this is dumb as shit. And I don't know if it's actual like gamer slang, but he gets the copy of the game and Hutch is like, oh, this was the last game he played before he died. And he's like, well, we got to burn around for your friend Milo. Like, burn around? He means like play around of the game? That's very strange.
if I die, you could throw all my video games in the garbage. How about
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
my
what about the boy? Should we let him go or?
It's a movie that I enjoy, Eric.
Yeah.
All right, and I've only seen it once.
Just once?
Just the one time.
Wow.
Oh, I should get rid of the tombstone that says, "Here lies Steve, the boy lover." Say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So they make these plans to play the game, and everybody's coming over to Hutch's house. And like in preparation, like I appreciate this guy straightening up a little bit before all his friends come over. What's the deal, speaking of Jerry Seinfeld, with this character washing out Solo cups to reuse
I was
them?
shocked by this.
That was disturbing and disgusting. I guess it's to underline that this is in the mid-aughts. Remember that, folks. And also they're poor and lazy.
I guess poor is really what they're trying to underline.
But this is
I
a
don't know,
gorgeous
dude,
apartment.
Sell your fucking 4-foot tall Steam Boy poster and buy some fucking
Yeah.
flatware.
I don't know what that art is on the
No.
wall either. Looks awful.
Mm-hmm.
This whole place is terrible. But the washing of the Solo cups, like,
Yeah, that's gross.
even if it's a thing, if you're like, oh, these are my beer pong cups, I keep them so I can
Buy
reuse them.
new ones.
Yep,
Yes.
it's disgusting. They cost
It's a
$1.99 for 50 of them.
But-
Reusable.
The red Solo Cup was taking over the nation at the time. So a lot of you listening are too young to remember this. But I mean, there was there was that song. What was it? Keith, one of those country.
Toby Keith?
Yes.
Oh,
Toby Keith had a song about red Solo Cups.
Solo cup.
Oh,
It was everywhere. Obviously, it
I
was part
want
of
to kill a terrorist with a red Solo cup.
That's
it was
about how
part-
it went. Yeah.
part of collegiate life.
Yeah. Look, I only like drinking out of cups that I've also pissed in. So I've washed them out. Look, I washed them out. What do you want from me?
Also, you got to get some snacks, some gamer snacks. So everybody shows up. We are introduced to Frankie Muniz's swink.
Dude, this upside down visor, you can
Oh.
fucking shut the fuck up with this.
We tried to make that happen for a while.
Where was that from, though? Like,
I don't know.
I remember from Can't Hardly Wait, but that's it.
That's my first recollection of it.
Well, the Pacific Sun Corporation was just like,
Oh, yeah.
we're bringing back visors. I know that we tried to order a bunch of beanies and we actually got a bunch of visors. What if we turned them upside down?
In the past, clothes have fit. What if they didn't? What if they were way too large for you and you looked absolutely idiotic?
That's right. Now, thanks to Pacific Sunwear, the green visor is no longer just for old accountants in It's a Wonderful Life.
It's for babies who don't know what they're wearing.
What if everyone wore Hawaiian shirts?
Jimmy Simpson commenting on that he's excited Abigail is coming to the game party because, quote, girl has got body karate going on.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
This is where I was like, my kingdom for this character to be killed right now.
Well, he's like a depot zone for every like shitty Dane Cook
Yes.
saying that's ever happened.
Yes, you're totally
It's
right.
just sputtering out of his mouth.
Aught 6, we were still letting that motherfucker make
I
movies.
totally forgot about Dane Cook.
That's
We'll
right,
have
because
to-
his girlfriend was only 3 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, really?
Oh, no, he's dating, I think he's married to like a 17-year-old girl or something like that.
Wow.
Or, yes.
Speaking of Hutch,
The other
and
Hutch.
Hutchinson, Doug Hutchinson
Yeah,
route.
the
Yeah.
true
Oh,
Hutch.
right. The one true Hutch.
A
They're
Pete-
divorced, right? Him and what was her name? Courtney Stodden? or
Oh
something?
yeah, there
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Fuck
you're right.
me for knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, what a
Yeah.
piece of shit I am.
Well,
And Adam
At
Gold,
least you didn't marry a child. I'll say that much.
they're like, hey, Adam Goldberg, do you want to be in this scene? And he did the finger thing, which meant the money. So that means he had to do it on the one day.
Look, we're not going to hire you for 48 hours, but how about 36?
What is the more lame route here? Having your boss come over to your apartment to play video games or playing video games online with your boss?
He's keeping distance, making it at the office. Because once you go over to somebody's house, that's like the beginning of a friendship.
Yeah.
You're staking that out.
He's
at
keeping
least.
it professional.
So so you're saying Miller High Life is doing the thing that like
Smart
HR
move.
would approve of?
Yeah, I
Got
think
it.
he's making the smart move here.
Although he's like smoking in the office, that's a little much.
Well, he's hungry. I mean, he's drunk with power.
That's
Eric,
true.
at this point.
That's true.
In 2020, no, as of November 2020, Kelsey Taylor, Dane Cook's girlfriend, was 20 years old.
Wow.
Ooh.
And how old is he? Like 50?
46.
46. Okay. Wow.
That is a hard age to say.
Age gap
46.
lovers.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I couldn't imagine even talking to a 20-year-old, and I'm like 10 years younger than Dane Cook
I
practically.
think like they're sitting around like on date night, you know, and she goes, Papa, tell me again about the shocker.
Oh, God.
Bend over and I'll show you.
That's right.
Yeah.
What was life like before the Iraq War?
We just can't connect. You know nothing about Phineas and Furby.
Oh.
I think it's Phineas and Ferb.
It's just Ferb? Okay.
Furby was that like little creature.
Alien thing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the little like doll.
It was like a gremlin, basically. Or
Yeah.
a mogwai, excuse me.
You just have to talk to somebody who's like, oh, it's just so amazing when the Modern Family invented the sitcom. And you're like, oh, no.
Oh, man.
Papa, what was it like growing up without the internet? Why is she vaguely European? I started it.
I know. I'm just enjoying it.
I think this is running over from our conversation on 90210 because we have a 90210 podcast called Melrose 210 that we have on our Patreon, and we were positing that Dylan McKay has French children.
Oh, that's right. Of course,
Yes.
Clemence, his French daughter. That's right.
Patreon.com/WeHateMovies.
What do you mean that Ed O'Neill wasn't always 70?
Well, he was in a little movie called, oh, fuck.
K9?
Dutch?
Dutch. Because I got Hutch on the brain here.
Oh, sure.
It's like, your left brain says Dutch and your right brain says Hutch. You don't know what to do.
Gotta say, by the way, now that's the second Ethan Embry movie referenced on this episode.
Wow.
Love it. Love that guy.
Do you think his ears are tingling?
Oh, I don't know. He's a cool dude, man.
Really?
I love Ethan.
You
Embry.
hanging out with him?
No, but he's a good Twitter follow, and I like him and stuff. I don't watch
never
that their
followed him.
Netflix program.
Netflix.
Was he just tweeting about his overdraft fees or?
Oh, come on. No, he's actually. I mean, that's pretty funny, but no.
Does he
he's
wash it out red Solo cups?
Oh, come on. I'm talking about how I like this guy.
I know.
No,
We're having
he's
fun.
on.
We're having
What
fun.
the fuck is it? Grace and Frankie. That's
I'm
the
sure,
show.
dude. I'm sure you could buy and sell me any old day.
And he's welcome too. I would love to be bought and sold.
By the boys, Steven Sadak. Take the boy.
So they're playing it, and yes, they're like, oh, why can't the game start? Oh, I guess we have to read this prayer, and like Frankie Muniz was like the tech kid is just like, well, that's like voice activated technology. We're years away from that, but they say it, and then of course the game starts.
Yeah.
And I guess he has a bunch of monitors set up in his house.
Here's the thing. I don't think you ever get a straight on shot of that.
You don't,
They
no.
just show the individual monitors every time. And also, you're playing this game for the first time. How do you know that it's like a multiplayer, like
Great
5
question.
people can get in on this? You like
And they
you-
start
you are
personalizing their characters immediately. They know everything.
customization.
God,
Adam Goldberg,
yeah.
like you already know you can do online play with it. Like, I need them to figure this out a little bit more. Like, oh, okay. Oh, good, everybody. It is a multiplayer.
Yes.
Sign in.
I like how they do the character creation and they all just make themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. You could put, oh my God, I could put a visor on my guy? That's
Dude,
amazing.
And it's a fucking right side up visor. And I wanted Frankie Muniz to take a moment and be like, there's no way that I can turn this visor upside down.
It goes that you select visor and it drops down normal or stupid. Stupid. Absolutely stupid.
Actually, it's stupid or asshole.
Frankie Muniz with that upside down visor was giving me some like Seth Green Can't Hardly Wait vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yep. I think actually one of the buddies, not in Seth Green's clique, but I think in Mike Dexter's crew. It doesn't Freddie Rodriguez have
He
a
might
upside
have
down
one.
visor
Yeah, it's
or a
actually
visor
true.
of some kind?
I just never saw it in the wild. Like it was just something
it's
that
bone
movies
chilling.
told
No,
me was
you know what?
huge.
A buddy of mine tried to make that happen. And like it was a thing where like he tried to
nice.
wear it out, and everyone was like, "Nah, man, that's not on."
And good on you guys, because you have to do that. When someone experiments with
Yes.
headgear and it doesn't work, you have to let them know.
Another buddy of mine tried goggles. That didn't work either.
Oh,
Like the goggles you're just wearing on top of your head.
I love that.
Yeah.
Friend of mine, workout gloves, just normal day to day,
Yes.
like just hanging out in school.
Did you
'cause-
let that happen?
Oh no! I told him right, Paul. You've got to stop this right now.
There was a time
you are
when
not
Steve
a tough
had a
guy.
hat. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah, I was
You
trying to
had
wear like a Tom Waits hat.
You had, and I had to put a stop to it. I was like, Steve, I love you too much to let you wear this hat.
It was a bad time for me. It read too much like magician or guy that does magic on the side.
You're doing close-up magic at someone's kitchen. Absolutely.
Oh, so it was kind of like a top hat thing, or was
no,
more of
it was a Tom Waits.
like kind of like a Frank Sinatra kind of.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Now I got you.
And
Like
it
a
just
hobo hat. Kind of, right?
There was a hole
You're
in it.
looking for a bean dinner with a hat like that.
oh, dude, do you get some bean dinner going?
Yeah, you
do some gaming.
Dude, put your piping hot bean dinner in your nice and clean red Solo cup.
Bean dinner would be great for a gamer because you just want sludge anyway,
Yes,
right?
you
You just wash it down with some Mountain Dew, and then you're done. You're done. You don't have to chew. You don't have to
Code
chew.
red Mountain Dew.
By the way, and this is everyone under the age of 50, turn it off real quick. Anyone notice when he calls when Loomis calls Hutch at the beginning of the movie? In Hutch in the foreground of Hutch's bachelor pad, a Ball's energy drink.
I saw this. I saw this.
All right, I just
Wow.
It's an iconic bottle. You cannot forget it.
No.
BAWLS.
Yes, and they even sold those on campus back when we were in college because we are that old. And then
Ribbed like a blue glass dildo.
It was
it
very
was,
bizarre.
yeah, just like an
Scam of the century.
It's like an energy drink. It's like what
Yes.
Monster is.
It tasted
now
like
or whatever.
bubblegum soda. I actually kind of liked it.
I kind of liked it too, but I was dumb as fuck. And then
carbonated Pepto Bismol. No, thank you.
But in that moment, the fellow on the other end of the call, I don't know, Hutch, Livingston, whatever these fucking names are, Liver, Bottom, I don't know.
Oh, liver bottom, the British friend.
Oh, chaps, I have heard if you perish in the game, you perish for real.
Hello, can we move the video game start time up a little bit? It gets a little late for me on the other side of the pond here. Yep, if you die in the game, you die for real.
Perhaps we could play at Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah.
But the guy on the other end of the call, maybe it was Hutch or whatever, is drinking a Red Bull. So, so we're showing all the gamer fuel,
The
if
culture,
you will.
dude.
Yeah, didn't get any Sobe life water.
Can't believe they couldn't wedge some Taco Bell in here, though.
Right. Well, they probably said no when they saw the graphic renders.
That's true.
This is most of the movie. No, yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
no,
the
I'm sorry.
volcano sauce is for
closers.
bigger movies.
For
yeah.
Michael Crichton closers.
Oh, fucking Michael Crichton tie-in Taco Bell meal. I would like that.
But so like they're playing for a while. It's spooky, scary. Everyone knows what they're doing immediately.
They are, I'm sorry, but they are like a little too scared by this video game.
Exactly. they're like, oh my God, what? This is so fucked up. I'm like, do you see what you're looking at, dude?
Jimmy Simpson excited to start playing the game, wants everyone to get ready because he wants to, quote, butter this muffin.
So he wants to fuck the video game. That's what I take
Yes.
from that. What the is it a buttering the muffin simulator you're about to play? Otherwise, you want to fuck the video game.
Welcome to buttering your muffin.
You won't last 5 minutes.
Uh-oh, you burned your muffin.
So that's a good question. Is there an if you fuck in this game, do you fuck for real?
That's a great question.
Ooh. Yeah, well, you should experiment with that. Start low stakes, though. If you fart in the game, do you fart for real?
Well, that's exactly what was supposed to be explored in the Trot storyline was the farting and fucking in the game for real.
Right.
It would be great if like the power up or like the energy, what do you call it there? Like the health thing is like, you know, it happens sometimes. It'll be a whole turkey, like Castlevania did that.
Yeah.
And like that's what it is in this game, and everyone keeps getting really full.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Jesus Christ!
I ate a whole turkey.
Just to get my health points up in the game, I have to eat an entire Thanksgiving turkey every few minutes.
Feels like I ate an entire turkey and 5 apples.
I'm in
Jesus H. Christ!
I'm in Breath of the Wild. I just ate 25 apples to get back all my hearts.
If you play Mario Brothers, you get fucking high as shit with those mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know where to go anymore. You're just high on mushrooms, standing
I was
still.
gonna do a boss level Breath of the Wild. I had like 4 rice dishes. Jesus Christ!
Well, wait, can you shit in the woods in this game or what?
Mario, I ate a glowing flower. Now I can't stop puking out fire.
All of this is way better, by the way. There is, to say something nice, as I try to do, about this terrible movie, there is a very funny smash cut here where they're walking through and Jimmi Simpson's like, okay, like, game looks pretty good, pretty spooky, scary, but you know what? It's kind of moving a little slow for my taste. And they do a smash cut to all of them being super into it to the point where they're all sweating horribly.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Jimmi Simpson has like shed 3 layers. Yes. He's in his underwear.
That's why I need them blowing rails in this movie.
Absolutely.
Because then I would totally get it. I'm like, oh yeah, they're really into the game. They're all fucking snorting coke.
Meth. Like you could, this is more of a meth crew. This is, I would think. And Jimmi Simpson definitely is the type.
Anything to keep you up so you can keep playing the game.
Keep gaming, dude. So Adam Goldberg dies in the game, which he doesn't know yet what means he's going to die for real. He gets separated from the pack. He gets stabbed in the throat. We should also say roses are important. And if you throw a rose, it makes the ghosts go away, which is... Sure, whatever. But he doesn't have any roses. He winds up meeting the Countess in some torture room. She stabs him in the throat. And everyone's like, oh, well, I guess we'll call it a night. And then Adam Goldberg, again, like, I don't know, like, are you hiding from your wife? Like, why wouldn't you go home to play the video game?
Dude, he is, though, because there's a line. One of the detectives in the movie is like, Adam Goldberg like told his wife he was working late.
Oh, I see.
And that's like,
You better not be playing those fucking video games, you loser! You fucking piece of shit! Don't you smoke in this house?
Oh, definitely.
You smoke at work! Why don't you go to your whore, Zelda? Why don't you go back to your whore's house? You got a voice message from someone named Peach. Who is that fucking bitch? Oh, you like them in dresses, do you?
I know we kind of just moved off it, but the Jimmi Simpson stuff, one of the ladies, I forget which one, says to
October or the other one.
I don't know which. Miss October, November, whichever. One of them says to him, if you had any less sense, you'd be half a penny. Which I feel like that's like a Clint Eastwood and Cry Macho line.
And then somebody next to him says, like, what? Yeah. What does that mean?
Hey, scumbag, if you had any sense, you'd be half a penny.
Right? It'd be so good.
Yep. Put that guy in a home.
Is that how the movie ends? I haven't seen it yet.
No, well, I think Warner Brothers is his home now. They're just wheeling him in and out of like the conductor room.
Yeah, God bless him. I hope he makes movies into his hundreds that
Me
are
too. Just keep going,
just
baby.
Stilted and bizarre, just as like Cry Macho is. I like it.
He's got that fucking old bastard Irish blood, though, because I think his mother lived well over 100 or something. That's
awesome. I hope he turns 103 and he's still having threesomes in these movies. Please, just do it. Go.
If you die
You've earned it, buddy.
You die for real?
Yeah. Oh man, his video game movie would be pretty something. Red Dead Redemption done by Clint Eastwood.
Yes, that's what it would be. It would be that or Marble Madness. Because
oh yeah, I used to play this back in the day.
Dude, that's
back
right.
and forth.
They're like, oh, we have to get like the reigning world marble champion to defeat these aliens.
Yeah.
And they just wheel out Clint Eastwood.
I love
Plays
it.
him in marbles. Great.
So he gets, I mean, like, it's not even a good jump scare at all.
Because they're all these, like, we're just running at, like, the camera is running at the person.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And he gets stabbed in the throat with a big bunch of scissors by this computer lady who looks like dog shit.
Yeah. So dumb. It's so
Real
dumb
bad.
that they decided to make her look like a video game. Like,
it just makes more sense because, yes, the video game is in real life, so she should be fucking real life.
then you can have Alice Krige for more than one shot of this movie.
But it's just also like boring because it's just like drab gothic get up. Like it would be hilarious if like a virtual fighter came in and stabbed you in the fucking neck.
Yeah.
That would be fun, wonderful. But you are again basing this on a real character for some fucking reason.
I don't get it. Just make her the fucking countess, whatever the shit.
I feel like somewhere along the lines another script was like eaten by this one.
Definitely.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
I think it was the fucking biopic of this historical figure.
Yeah, so
it
they're
got
like,
turned into Stay Alive somehow.
So now welcome Wendell Pierce and other detective. Wendell, because Hutch comes into work the next day and oh my God, his boss has been murdered and he like pushes past everybody. And then Wendell Pierce is like, interesting. You're interested in your dead boss. He's like, yeah, I don't know. It fucking sucks, man. What do you want from me?
He does. Here's one thing you definitely do not do. He tries to push past Wendell Pierce. Absolutely not. That dude will fuck your day up.
I mean, even if he's shaking off a nap, which he is at this moment, you still have to respect the man.
And I guess Hutch is surprised to find himself a suspect, but obviously you would be.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
a fucking dangerous loner, aka a gamer.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's true. Like
Hashtag not all gamers.
Sure, just get your alibis in order, folks.
Well,
And-
that's the thing.
yeah.
Is Hutch has a pretty solid alibi.
He's with all these people playing the game.
Yeah, Detective Thibodeau is Wendell Pierce's character. He's
Detective
like-
Tom Thibodeau, yes.
He's like, oh, yeah, with a bunch of friends, you say. Well, I guess we'll have to look into that. And then at no point is it ever like, oh, by the way, Hutch, we contacted all your friends and every one of them corroborated your story.
I get it though, Thibodeau. If you're Thibodeau and you're like, okay, you were with some friends. What are their names? October.
Yeah.
Finn.
Swink.
God, some girl I met at a cemetery.
She was
whose
taking
name
pictures
I am
at-
forgetting.
At my friend's funeral, and yeah, Thibodeau's just like, yeah, this dude definitely
No,
did it.
you killed your.
Because
killed your boss.
like Thibodeau is like kind of not hasn't taken a shot. Like he's curious about Hutch, but the other guy's really like he did it. You know, like immediately. Like,
This other guy who's just a big fat straight from pornography nobody.
exactly, Rick Hatford or Rio Hackford. Apologies, as Detective King.
But it's 06 and we're in New Orleans, but this is still pre-Treme.
It would have to be because Treme is about Katrina.
Oh, that's right. Of course, does. So that's I forgot that this was the last movie made in New Orleans before Katrina. So I wonder then, does Wendell Pierce just live down there full time, you think?
I have no
Or
idea.
maybe it's just a coincidence that he's in this movie and
I mean,
Treme?
he was like, oh, what, one day? Sure. Yeah, I got it.
I guess that's true. I mean, it is so like you have a fucking powerhouse like Wendell Pierce in this terrible movie with nobody in it. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe give him more time. Maybe some scenes on his own doing some investigations. Make him a character instead of just literally dropping him from the movie.
85 minutes.
Yeah, Ben Foster's brother. Eat it up.
Wendell Pierce was born in New Orleans, so
So maybe he lives down there. Got it.
So whatever. The movie kind of moves on. They're all freaked out. I think this is when Hutch starts to put it together that he died in the same way. And oh my God, Loomis, there must be something going on with this game. Jimmi Simpson still wants to play the game because he's so into it.
He's very horny. He's
Yes.
very horny for the game, but he's not horny for anybody else.
Right. And
Other than Abigail, I guess.
they all have like a spooky moment where it's like they almost kind of get killed. Like there's a part where Jimmi Simpson like almost gets hit by a car.
Yes.
There's like a little montage of like, whoo, that
Yes,
was close.
that's true.
And Frankie Muniz starts talking about this thing that he's been reading about online called perceptive reality.
Sure.
And it's basically video games coming into the real world and you're perceiving things. a certain way.
Sure.
And it's like such a half-baked thing that they throw into this movie that comes to nothing.
Nope.
It's just like, let's give it a cool, like buzzy sounding
Yes.
whatever to like quote unquote explain this whole phenomenon.
This movie cannot be 68 minutes. You listen to me now. Cannot be 68 minutes.
So Hutch, right, like you said, Steve, he is starting to suspect. He's like, look, you know, Milo Ventimiglia, pig fucker guy, lady who's getting fucked by pig fucker guy. They all died, and Adam Goldberg all died the way that they died in the game. Like, you cannot tell me that that's a coincidence. And somehow, and I don't know what's going on here, there's some hacking afoot because, like, he just gets access to all these police files.
I think it's Swink because Swink is like the.
Is he hacking?
I think he's hacking.
Nice.
And yeah, he
I
gets
don't
all
know.
all the files. He realizes
It's 85 minutes and I couldn't pay attention. So.
It was really difficult.
Honestly, it was.
No, like honestly, if you're gonna do that, give me a hacker montage with like the fucking stupid electro music.
Exactly. Which ends with "We're in."
Yes, exactly.
I need a "We're in."
Totally. Turn this into a cyber thriller.
Absolutely.
We can talk about Jimmi Simpson's death, which is my favorite part of the movie.
Oh my God, it's fucking hilarious.
Because he's just like driving what he calls his whip because it's 2006
Oh my God,
around, and everyone's
This
like,
song he's singing, this prog rock that he's screaming into the sky. I was embarrassed for him.
and they're like, "Oh my God, you're playing the game right now, right?" And he's like, "I don't know, maybe or something. I don't know what." This is when they realize that you don't actually have to play in the game to be dying in the game, and I'm like, well, then that's stupid.
Yes, because he's driving down this road.
Yes.
It looks like the fucking where they have like the final scene in Knife in the Water or something, or Ace anyway. And he sees a little girl in the road, and it's like little zombie girl, and he swerves and almost runs into a tree, but doesn't. And then he gets out of the car and he's like, "Well, see, because I didn't die in the game yet." And then he's run over by a horse-drawn carriage.
That is hilarious. But the thing they keep doing in this movie is like, once the video game is, the movie looks worse.
Yes.
They make everything dark so you can barely see what's happening.
Yep, you got to cover up them bad special effects somehow, dude.
Yeah, lights is expensive. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Yeah, you dim them.
And the fact that he dies by horse-drawn carriage, the fact that the horse-drawn carriage comes back later, it's just like,
it's the, like, you know, Jason had a hockey mask. Freddy had a knife glove.
Yes.
This lady's got a horse-drawn carriage that's also haunted.
and later in the movie, Sophia Bush has to be like, "Someone ran over my brother with a horse-drawn carriage. I want to hurt them." And I'm like, L-O fucking L.
That
lady.
is how, though, you know that she was receiving some sort of financial compensation for this movie. Because there's no way without being paid you could say a line that stupid and get through it.
It's tough. A lot of
Somebody
this.
ran my brother over with a horse-drawn carriage, and I'm going to find them.
There's nothing wrong with these horse-drawn carriages, Mayor de Blasio. You got to keep them.
You're taking money out of the pockets of some hard-working ghosts.
I was walking up and down the street, and now I'm just.
That's enough, Mr. Mason. That's enough.
I was looking for a video game character.
Okay.
Walking all up and down Central Park South looking for horse-drawn carriages.
I was looking for Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Yeah, you know why.
Only has got as far as King Hippo.
Mr. Neeson's had a lot of stress recently. He's been pissing his pants, as you know.
The Japanese guy in that game was hard to beat too. Piston Honda, I believe.
Yeah, he was very difficult.
He had the eyebrows. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew he was coming for you. Oh, yeah. You know what? Piston Honda killed my brother, and I'm going to find him.
They should make that a movie.
Punch-Out, for sure.
Yeah.
Just, you just make it Rocky.
Yeah, like a boxing comedy. That'd be hilarious. Go ahead. That'd be easy. I don't get why you don't do this all the time.
But whatever. The movie kind of goes on. The next person.
They should make Duck Hunt.
Yeah, like just like a bunch of idiots out like hunting ducks, and they like accidentally
and then
kill each other or
their,
something.
Their dog starts talking to them.
Yeah,
kill your family.
My dog's laughing at me. I'm gonna kill people.
yeah. That'd be cool.
But no, at the crime scene, Wendell Pierce comes back with this other detective. The other detective, he finally comes out and is like, "Something's going on with this game. I know it's gonna sound crazy." The other detective's like, "Ha! This game's stupid. Let me play it for 10 minutes." And he dies in the game. And then sure enough, he's gonna die for real.
Here's a question I have, because I started thinking about it in this moment, because Frankie Muniz has like a laptop that he's got the game on, right? But like they are also, like at the beginning of the movie, they're playing online with Adam Goldberg.
Yes.
The movie, I guess, never really decides if this is a game you can play offline or not, and like kind of just ignores it, because this laptop ain't tethered to nothing.
There's one point, I think, when Jimmi Simpson goes back to the game, he says, like, story mode is better anyway.
Oh, I
so
see.
there are, I guess that's a reference to there being multiplayer and regular single player.
That is true, but also remember, none of this matters. In this movie. They completely ignore this shit, and like literally as the movie goes on, they're like, "Oh, forget that rule. We have to do a new thing. No, forget the other rule. We have to do a new thing. I'm sorry."
You're right. They keep on like not following their own rules that they're setting up, and hell, this podcast this week doesn't matter. Next week we'll have a fresh, good program.
Yes, of course.
But it's fucking hilarious, because this is, man, another horrendous line given to Sophia Bush. She goes, "Why did you have to bring that game into our lives, Hutch? My brother's dead."
Yeah, that's tough.
I could have just played Bloodborne and been safe this whole time.
It was Loomis's fault.
Yes, it was. Like, honestly, burn the box. Like, who? You're the next of kin to fucking Milo Ventimiglia?
Well, no, it's like the parents got the good stuff. Like, I don't know, you like video games? He's got like fucking 4 video games at a fucking knapsack. Why do you take it?
But that's like bringing that to the fucking funeral. I would be like, leave that at home. We'll talk about that later.
I'll get it later.
Yeah,
You know,
we're burying your fucking brother
Loomis
today.
would like to be buried in it. Did you see this thing that went around Twitter a little while ago of like gamers' graves?
No.
And it's like people are getting like, I think some of them were in Russia or whatever, but people are getting like game themed tombstones. And like, you know, it's like a
little Space Invader made out of cement.
Yeah, shit like that, like referencing the game they loved, or it's like a cement controller type of thing.
I want my casket to look like one of those pills from Dr. Mario.
Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can talk me into it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know, man. You want to get a little controller carved on your tombstone? Whatever.
Sure. I just think it's funny because everyone's gonna walk by and see like you know, oh wow, that's not the new next gen console. What a loser.
Well, that's
playing.
If you want to monetize cemeteries, that's one thing that's going to happen is like some of these nerds are going to put like literally like cabinets where their fucking tombstone would be.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Like you know, PS2, which is like I think what this game is played on. That seems so archaic at this point. You walk by a tombstone that displays a PS2, you're laughing. I'm sorry.
Well, but I think maybe though you could look at it as like, well, it's a vintage thing. Like imagine you saw one with like a NES controller.
I guess.
I'd still laugh at it.
But here's the move though.
Yeah.
It's just like the outline of the controller, but then there's real pushable buttons.
You can make me dance in hell.
If you do a special code, the fucking corpse just pops out of the ground.
Press X repeatedly to make me rap on the top of the coffin with my fucking fingernails falling off.
I guess Steve's tombstone would have a picture of the boy on it. Or something.
I would have to have a picture of Brahms the boy.
Just a little doll sitting on top of the fucking tombstone.
That's what it is, dude.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
have the fucking puppet.
Like a little gargoyle to watch over you.
No, it'd be the hulking man that is actually really Brahms.
Oh, I did not see it.
this 7-foot dude. I got hired to sit on Steve Sadek's tombstone. This is what I'm doing.
It's better than the wall, I'll be honest.
I was hired to shit on his chest, and I sat down, and that's why he died.
That is the
here.
funniest part of that movie, though. Is like
I didn't know this.
The first movie is
I didn't
spoiler
watch
alert
it.
for the boy, and who cares? But like,
Yeah.
the whole movie is the woman from Downton Abbey, or not Downton Abbey. She's
Walking
on
Dead.
Walking Dead. Lauren Conrad, right? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Cohen? Is it
what?
Conrad or Cohen?
I don't know. The woman from Walking
Yes.
Dead who played Maggie thinks that this fucking doll is alive, but the twist of the movie is it's this huge hulking dude that lives in the walls.
Yes, and he moves the doll around.
Yeah,
and,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it kind of rules.
Should we do that as an episode?
Maybe. I'd be into it.
We'll do. Steve will do a solo episode. It'll be 4 hours long.
But
That'll
so is
be-
the second movie just like them dealing with that tall hulking guy?
No, it's magic.
Yeah.
It's like
the
magic
doll
and
is
ghosts.
alive?
Yes.
Oh,
it's like,
see, that's
you can't
dumb.
do that.
Chris is correct, by the way. Lauren Cohan.
Cohan.
Not Cohen.
Cohen.
Yes.
Cohen.
This Cohan. That's like a
Cohan.
Church of England, not Jewish, I think. Is
Cohan the Barbarian.
So now now October is doing a lot of research. She finds out about this old witch, and you got to fucking put nails in her, and you got to burn her blood, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, second detective guy goes to like a video game store.
Oh, man.
I like, dude, here's the thing. I know that your job is to like run down leads. You could just Google like stay alive video game and then see what happens.
Yeah, you don't need to follow up at this like off-brand GameStop or whatever. And this dude like behind the counter is all like, "Oh, well, you don't game or whatever." And this motherfucker's like, "Well, I haven't played video games since I was the Greater Louisiana Cubert champion." Not too bad, right there. I think though this scene only exists to service the dumbass like stinger at the end of the movie.
twist ending is really good. But yeah, so he just goes in there. This guy kind of runs him out. He's like, "Ha!" But he calls Wendell Pierce. He's like, "Yeah, nothing. No video game called Stay Alive that I can find. I just talked to one kid in a video game store."
Yeah, really did his due diligence.
Correcting a tweet from earlier, I said Cohan. I was because she's English or whatever. She converted to Judaism at age 5.
There you go.
Well, how about
Because
that?
her stepfather was Jewish. I just want to stop the tweet and correct the record.
That's
There
good.
you go. Did it. Did it up.
And
Also, I like looking at my phone instead of talking about Stay Alive.
It's a tough one. I'm going to
It's going to hang out on this phone for the rest of the show.
It's fine, Eric. It's fine.
Hey, Eric, if you die in the tweet, you die for real.
Oh my God, then I'm dead already.
In the video game, the other detective gets like his face ripped open by something.
You see, it's like a weird something goes through the back of his character's head and then like extends out, like opening a vice.
And then there's like metal spider fingers in his mouth.
It's pretty fucking rad, whatever it is.
But you don't see it in the movie.
Nope, you see his Ford F-150, and he kind of like you hear like a blah, and like the car sort of shakes a little bit. Fuck you.
And then they like make the windshield a little black. Like, oh, that's blood.
And
who cares?
Sucks.
Because this detective dies, now Wendell Pierce is looking for Hutch. He's like the number one suspect.
He's fucking had it with Hutch, dude. He raids this dude's apartment, and it's like October and Swink are there, and they have to like fucking hightail it out the back or whatever. Wendell Pierce comes in. Actually, he's got kind of a cool line right here. He's like, toss the apartment. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Bunk. You toss that apartment.
I think it's the last line he has in the movie, maybe.
I think you're right, dude. Because God, how do you just let this excellent actor just sashay away from this movie, dude? I can't even believe
pay
it.
him $2,000 a line and make sure it doesn't go over 10.
You got fucking 5 sentences, Pierce.
And so now they're like, okay, let's go in the safe house. And Sophia Bush gets killed here because she's just kind of smoking and wandering around.
There's a great Frankie Muniz line where someone says something about like, well, where's October? And he's like, don't worry about it. She's just outside smoking.
Great Frankie Muniz.
I was about to say, that is dead on.
Where's Reese?
And
what was the other kid? It was Reese?
Dewey?
Malcolm
It
and
was Dewey,
right?
yes,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Hal was the father. And let's do it.
Right.
What's her face?
I think it was Lois.
Was it Lois?
Might have been Lois. I think you might be right there. I watched a lot of that show, but I
Don't remember any of it. No,
I did not
Funny
watch
show.
much of it at all.
I remember liking it quite a bit.
That was a They Might Be Giants theme song.
Life is, I don't know. I just,
It was something like that.
I remember Life is Unfair. That's all. Life is unfair.
You're not the boss of me now.
Yeah.
You're not the boss of me now.
Yeah.
Boo, 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 boo.
It is Lois.
There we
So she
And the
goes in-
theme song is? No, I'll look it up because I want to be on the phone.
By all means.
I
Why
don't
don't you go
want
to the bathroom? And
I might actually. I kind of have to go.
We'll be over here working. We'll give you a knock on the door when we're
that's
done.
fine. Thank you, guys. Continue.
She winds up going into the spooky house, and she thinks that she's not playing the video game, she's going to be okay. But and she finds the red lady, and she's like, "Oh, if I put nails in her, I'm gonna get her." She gets a nail gun. She's like, "You're gonna die, bitch."
Oh, right.
or
She's
something.
like shooting at the ghost, and the ghost is like, fuck you. I'm a ghost.
I'm a video game lady. What do you think you're going to
Unless those nails are 8-bit.
do? Ooh.
She
Now
gets-
that's a thing.
She gets hung upside down and her throat cut before she goes, "Go fuck yourself," which is
Oh, yeah.
you get your one F-bomb.
It is They Might Be Giants.
There you go.
And it won a Grammy Award for, get this category, Best
Theme
Song Written for Visual Media.
Oh, that's
We got a Grammy for fucking anything.
just
now.
say best theme song. That's
Yeah.
what it means.
Look, if you make an art installation in a museum and make a song for it,
Yeah.
we'll count it.
Around here somewhere, and this is important because I think it's before, or no, it's not. Because it's Hutch talking to Abigail.
Yeah. Oh,
And
LOL.
he finally decides to give the backstory because they're breaking into Milo Ventimiglia's house for some reason.
Yes.
And he's like, well, as we try to burgle my dead friend's house, I'll give you the backstory here. Yeah, so what happened was my dad was a piece of shit, and either the mother was having an affair or he thought she was having an affair, and he decided to burn the house down.
Mm-hmm.
They got stuck inside. The mom died. Hutch couldn't save her, and the dad is in jail. And he's got some line where he's like, and when my father next sees the light of day, he'll be 76 years old. Pretty crazy family.
And we get some flashbacks of the burning because like the kid is too scared to cross fire,
Yeah.
which makes a ton of sense. But he keeps seeing like a Nintendo controller on fire or melting rather.
It's amazing he kept up with gaming after such
Exactly. That's
game-related
pretty
trauma.
dramatic. Yeah.
I would love if Hutch was also like slowly planning, like, and let them in on it. He's like, yeah, and he gets out when he's 76, and when he does, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna blow his head off.
Oh,
no,
that would have been something.
I've got a gun picked out just for it. I can't wait for the day.
All
I'll
right,
be
by the way-
47 when it happens.
Our international listeners might remember this. UK singles chart, peak position of 21.
What, for the Malcolm in the Middle theme
Boss
song?
of Me, yeah.
Wow.
An Australian singles chart, 29.
Oh,
it
man.
also charted in the Netherlands.
But the Law and Order theme song charted at number 2 in the 90s for at least like 5 years.
But I guess this is saying it didn't. I guess it didn't get a lot of play in the United States because we were inundated with it with the TV show.
Yeah.
In the United States, we gave those motherfuckers Triangle Man, and that was the last time the populace at large gave a shit about that.
That
band.
was plenty.
I like they.
Oh, they have their cult. Oh yeah, they
have a big cult.
They can go for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not a part of it.
All right.
Not bad band. I like them.
But yeah, so he lets that information out. Then we also realize to kill a witch, you have to burn her blood. Guess what's going to happen at the end of the movie, folks? I think it's my favorite line. He tells his whole story because earlier in the movie, somebody shows him blood and he goes, "Wah!" And everyone's like, interesting.
Yeah.
And then he tells Abigail this whole story, and then she goes, "Wow, I guess that's why you're afraid of fire." I was like, yeah, when my mom was burned to death by my dad, kind of spooked by flames.
What is his response, though? Because he's like, I'm not scared of it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm disgusted by it or something like that. It's like, so are you like gagging every time you turn a grill on? What
Are you just yelling at the fire?
Also
Are
important.
you Frankenstein's monster?
Hutch, Hutch. Hutch hate fire.
Man, Frankenstein would do a better job with this movie.
Oh, definitely.
In this role. Like, this guy sucks.
Get Karloff in here, dude. Get the fuck out of here, Ben Foster's little brother. The big important detail, though, is they get the address of whomever sent this dude.
The developer,
the
they
game.
call it. And it happens to be this plantation. And this is kind of the climax of the movie. Swink realizes on the ride there, on the very long ride there, by the way.
Like 15 minutes we're driving in this movie.
I thought they were somewhere else and were coming to New Orleans because it's the first setting that actually looks like something from New Orleans.
Because I wasn't recognizing there are a couple of like city skylines.
Yes.
Apologies,
Okay.
New Orleans. I did not recognize it. And like for up until like around here, I was like, where the fuck is this movie set?
Somebody eat a po' boy for crying out loud.
There's only like there's some line where Hutch says to Wendell Pierce's character, he's like, "Oh, I live uptown just off of Magazine."
Yeah.
Maybe that's a real street.
There's
It
a
is.
Magazine Street in every fucking city that ever has been.
Do we have a Magazine Street here?
I'm sure we do.
I don't know about that, but that gives me a chance to be on my phone. I don't think so.
I'm
but
helping
let's
you
see.
out this,
Thank
Eric.
you.
Here, I'll just keep on letting them
That's
out.
this movie, folks at home. This movie. Come
There's
on.
a line though too. It's so fucking bad because this is where they realize the thing that the game maybe told us already, but they go, if no one's playing the game, that means, and then someone else goes, the game's playing by itself.
So then Frankie Muniz is like, well, I guess I'm the best gamer here. I'm going to have to play the game by myself.
All right, list of magazine streets.
Oh, please don't.
There's not one in New York City. The closest one is Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Obviously, New Orleans has one.
Okay.
Cambridge, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts. Albany, New York.
Now I'm just
Ooh.
imagining people,
It's in New York.
podcast listeners around being like, yeah, that's my magazine street.
Yeah. There's a
Magazine Street, we love it.
That's about it. Now it's just telling me like there's a magazine cafe.
Oh, nobody cares. The thing that's dumb here is they realize that the house in the game is exactly the blueprint of the house that they're in. So then, like, Frankie Muniz becomes like the dude who's navigating by playing the game and telling Hutch like where to walk and everything.
Yeah. That was at least something. I guess that's a little interesting.
It's
but
the
it could
closest it gets to what it should be, which is them being pulled into the game.
Yes. And she, Abigail, finds this wardrobe that's in the game earlier that's like a secret passage. She goes in. And here in the movie is where you find the guy that made the game or the woman that made the game who's a witch herself.
Yeah, the architect.
Exactly. Like, because then at least you're like, why'd you do this? Because of this crazy reason. And then you've got a movie.
Because you need souls for something.
Counterpoint. Do fucking nothing.
Do absolutely
Counterpoint. Do jack shit.
She gets like scared. Like, it's a room with all these notes and stuff. Like, well, who does this room belong to?
In IMDb anyway, I didn't notice it in the actual like cast list when the credits were rolling in the film itself, but Alice Krige is credited as the author.
Okay.
But like, I need.
Maybe it's in that magical 90-minute cut. Of
I just need a little more of that, though.
What most of what I remember is this girl Abigail roaming in a black room for what has to be 8 minutes.
Yeah,
it's a lot of just roaming this house,
and like
you get totally lost.
Weird ghost babies are holding on to her, but you don't even really see the ghost babies.
She sees. I was laughing because it reminded me of that Seinfeld where Susan's got the doll that looks like George's mom. Because there's a doll that she finds that looks like the Alice Krige character that you've been seeing.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't know, pick one. Like, is it the doll or is it this woman? Because, like, what, you just got a doll that looks like you?
So was this historical figure known for having little babies that ran around, or
who? Bathory or little? I don't know.
I do not
know.
One dropping the names.
Well, the name. It seems like, I mean, if you're going to have someone who's killing people in her house constantly in New Orleans, it sounds like LaLaurie to me.
Or fucking Anne Rice. One or the other.
If it was Anne Rice, she turned around like, "Hello,
come in. We'll have some weird sex, and then I'll kill you."
Oh, you're a vampire. I have to slay you.
I believe it was the Real World New Orleans. They went on a tour of her haunted house.
Oh, shit. Did they make it out alive?
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the LaLaurie house is a huge part. Like whenever you do those
Anne
tours.
Rice's house.
Anne Rice's house is also on the tour.
Yes. Yeah, I think I did when I was there. I think probably we did the LaLaurie house.
You did? Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so because we were. I don't remember a ton because it was a drinking ghost tour of New Orleans, and we went. One of the stops was like the Absinthe Cafe. It was a small group of us, and everyone. The guy was
You
like,
fucking chasing the dragon, Steve?
the guy was like, "Listen, no one's gonna like absinthe. So just order one per couple and have a sip, and then throw it in the garbage." Then me and my wife were like, it's our honeymoon. We're getting one each, and because it's New Orleans, you can walk with your drink. We both
pint of absinthe.
Literally filled to the top in a fucking
Wait, how big was the glass?
It was like a normal sized little plastic cup,
just filled with absinthe.
Filled with absinthe, and we both drank the whole thing, and man, the hangover the next day. Oh my!
Oh
God,
Steve.
Because I had to prove something to literally nobody.
You might have broken into the LaLaurie house.
Yes. You proved it to the spirits.
Yeah, they were like, this dude's way too drunk. We're not going to haunt this guy.
Yeah.
He's not going to remember it.
Whatever. But so like now it's all happening and she's getting assaulted by all these ghosts and Frankie Muniz is telling Hutch how to get to her. And at some point, he's like, I wish there was a crowbar. And Frankie Muniz says, no problem. And he throws a crowbar on the floor.
No, it's worse than that, I think, though. It's like he says something like, you're right. Hutch is like, I had a crowbar or something. And Frankie Muniz like looks in the game and sees one and goes, try looking to your left.
Yes.
And there's one just there.
Yeah.
And it's like, movie, what are you doing?
And if they could affect the real world from the game, there should be something like pulsating in the basement, like a computer system of some kind.
What it decides to do is instead there's this whole backyard of this plantation that's your classic New Orleans above ground cemetery with a massive tower in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And that's where this woman's body is hiding.
I would just have done a search for towers in New Orleans. I know it's going to be longer than most cities.
Let me check that out on
Oh,
Google.
Jesus.
But Frankie Muniz at this point, like she realizes that he's helping everybody. So now she's sending her carriage ghost after him. And he's like, bitch, I'm not even playing the game. You're cheating, bitch. He says like bitch like 4 times.
He's saying bitch a lot in this movie. He's also the one that's like, that's gay. This wristband looks gay.
Oh, does he say gay?
Oh, wow. The Plaza Tower, 45 stories.
Yeah, not bad.
That's not what this is, though.
Yeah,
this is a fucking like little torture
A
tower.
residential tower.
All right, let me check it. Residential
You only have a permit for a residential tower? That can be no more than 4 stories.
How many corpses are you going to put in the tower? That's really what we need to know.
The number of corpses is going to dictate how fucking wide this thing needs to be.
How far is it from your curbside? That's also going to be a big thing here.
Frankie Muniz jumps out of the way of the carriage, and I was a little annoyed. I'm like, you can't have 2 carriage deaths in a movie, folks. What are we doing here?
Yeah, this isn't Sleepy Hollow.
But he like falls in a pile of roses. But then in the game it says game over and it shows him dead. So I was pissed. I was like, you didn't show me Frankie. The whole reason I'm here is to watch Frankie Muniz die.
Totally. I've been watching 7 seasons of Malcolm in the Middle waiting for this moment.
But you don't see him die. You assume he's dead.
Just wrestles with some flowers.
Hutch and what's-her-face go into the castle to kill the lady. They get separated by a door. And she's
Castle, by the way. It's kind of a castle. It's America's castle.
It's part of a town.
Yeah.
She goes in and they get separated. She's like, you have to go on and kill the witch. I'll be fine here. Or something. He's like, here, take some roses.
Yeah.
Here, take some roses.
And she's just like screaming, like ready to face death and like going ape shit. And I'm like, I don't care about you.
No,
Like,
I don't care.
Get killed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then some nerd comes to her place trying to torture her. It's not the Countess. It's just some
other
fucking
guy.
vampire.
Quick thing though about the two of them being separated by this door and he's giving her the rose petals or whatever is like, I was pretty dumbfounded by this. You see this? She's like kissing his fingers through the door window. Yeah. What is that about?
This whole movie, she's just like, I'm sexy. And it's like, I guess so, but now's not the time for it.
Totally.
Well, no, because we went over, we mentioned it earlier, but we went over in the car.
Yes.
She confesses to Hutch that she was not friends with Loomis or Newell. She's living in her van and just randomly was taking pictures at the grave.
You're right, because she's like, oh, my dad isn't whatever, and my mom doesn't teach kindergarten. I don't live in a whatever house.
I'm just kind of a homeless creep who likes taking pictures in cemeteries. Also,
living in a van down by the river.
And now that I've got Hutch on here, I can lay some ground. Maybe I got a bed tonight.
Exactly.
If I kiss his fingers.
You're totally right, because it is fucking hilarious because they're driving. She's driving
Hey,
the van.
van girl, you want to eat tonight? Kiss my fingers.
Oh, maybe if I kiss his fingers, I could maybe meet his brother.
Hutch goes, oh, so that means your van is... And she's like, that's right, I'm living here.
LOL.
It's so fucking
Yep, I'm a Tracy Chapman song. Sorry.
I'm in a video game. Every day I'm a video game.
And I gotta kiss his fingers. That's the only way we're gonna get out of here. So I gotta kiss his fingers.
Talk about a video game now. Yeah, so whatever.
You got a fast car. Eat a mushroom, it'll go even faster.
Okay, ask your grandparents who Tracy Chapman is.
You got a fast car. Throwing red turtle shells out of it. Oh.
I have a feeling that Bowser's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win.
He deserves it.
Why does she's like eating these rose petals at one point?
Is she
too?
eating them?
I mean, listen, I made a note that said Abigail stupidly ate the petals. Maybe
I made a note that it looks like Homer Simpson visiting that brewery, writing a note to Marge.
Whoa, $5.
Yeah. I'm like looking at these notes. I'm like, these don't make sense.
You can't eat rose petals.
I don't remember that, but so
One note says burn her. Is that good? Or?
I think she's throwing them on the floor and they burn for some reason.
Okay.
And long story short, Hutch nails this lady 3 times where he's supposed to. And in what is the only thing close to a scare, when he's about to leave the room, she sits up. Like
she does a solid like
because it's
Michael
fucking
Myers
Alice
sit-up.
Krige doing it, dude.
Yep.
Alice Krige goes to a restaurant and she's like, "Why is it anyone, ma'am? No one's going to serve you because you're far too scary."
Oh, that Arlo Guthrie song, Alice's Restaurant, Alice Krige's Restaurant.
Look, I hate to do this, but if you don't serve me, I'm going to haunt you.
She can't get anything she wants at Alice Krige's restaurant.
She looks like a dead ghost.
No, you will see me in your mirror if you don't give me some soup. I will.
Ma'am, we're not going to serve you this clam chowder until you take those horrific shark contacts out of your eyes.
Those are my natural eyes.
I am a ghost, you see.
Yeah, all ghosts have these eyes. Yeah.
She bolts up. It's kind of scary. She takes the nails out. It's like, oh my God. He knocks over an oil lamp, and guess what he has to do, folks? He burns her.
Bum, 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 bum.
And Frankie Muniz comes up because he's like too scared to leave because of fire. And Frankie's like, come on, let's get out of here. Let's go, man.
Dude, it's so dumb. And it's fucking hilarious because this dude Hutch is just screaming, stuck in this fire. Oh, it's funny.
Like Frankenstein. And he escapes. And that's kind of the end of the movie, except this makes no, I mean, like horror movies, obviously, like usually it's like, oh, we thought we defeated the witch, but we didn't.
Yeah.
That's usually the twist ending, which is this. But then who's distributing this game?
Jeremy!
Absolutely would have to be the trickster.
There's got to be some fucking assistant that's mailing this. And here's the thing, too. I mean, like, it appears as if there's been a whole advertising campaign designed because they already have, like, the boxes up on the shelves. Like, get this game
they
today.
have the cover of Game Informer, baby.
Oh, that's right.
So what is Game Informer? So Game Informer, the offices got this game. Everyone who played it died. And then they were like fucking 5 out of 5 stars.
You know, this might actually solve our gamer problem here in the U.S.
Well, 1 in 4 is addicted, Eric.
Yeah, so if we can get rid of at least 1 in 4.
I would just love every company, like all these video game companies, like, because at the beginning, they're like, voice contact technology, they don't have that. Like, you can't like voice command into the video game to say the thing at the beginning that makes it a ghost thing. Every video game company would be like, yeah, we do have that. Yeah, it works beautifully. The PlayStation has that. We haven't made any other games with that technology on it, but this one does.
Well, as far as I've observed casually on Twitter and whatnot, because I don't really read video game reviews, but like, from what I've noticed, these companies that run these like games media things or whatever are all run by total fucking monster pieces of shit. So it stands to reason that they'd be like, oh yeah, this game that fucking kills kids, whatever, let's write a fucking 10-star review.
I would give it 10 stars.
But then you're a reporter. It's like that documentary now, the Vice one, where everyone keeps dying. It's like everyone you said to review this game dies.
It's a very scary game.
The all-ighty aller.
And like, it's the guy from the beginning, from the other video game scene. It's just like, oh yeah, and he puts it into a PlayStation 2.
Yep.
And everyone starts reciting the prayer, and it's like, oh my god, she's gonna be everywhere.
It's a way lame version of the end of Halloween 3.
It is.
Now it's like, I guess we saw earlier that the game won't even start until you say the prayer.
Yep.
So, but is that ever explicitly said in the game materials, or just people like plugging it in? And
I forgot to read the booklet that came.
I definitely be like, the game's broken.
Yeah, yep. Let's get I would save your life.
It would save my life by laziness.
Well, it's like what that switch the controller thing you have to do in Solid Snake.
Yes, in
Metal Gear Solid
3.
Pardon me?
Metal Gear Solid, you're fighting somebody who knows all your moves, and the way to beat him is you have to put the controller into the second port, and then he doesn't know your moves, and you kill him.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you fucking serious?
That's pretty stupid, man.
Kind of rules.
It's really interesting.
Was that a thing? Like, did it take people a long time to figure out?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was just how the fuck do you beat this guy?
And what fucking person figured it out? Like, what a thing.
Oh,
Some
I think
reviewer.
Hutch did. And Adam Goldberg was very appreciative.
The website Hutch and Loomis broke it.
Oh, sure.
But who is... She's got a marketing department, apparently, this old witch.
Totally.
She's got a whole fucking
Someone's
distribution.
manufacturing
It's
the DVDs.
called generational wealth.
Oh, man. And that's the end of this fucking dumb as donkey dick motion picture. We'll go around the horn here. Steve, what are we thinking?
I think it's a recommend. You know why?
Of course I do it.
You know why? Because it's dumb as donkey dick.
Right.
It is literally as dumb. I'm not saying it's a good movie. It is a terrible movie. There are so many clunkers of lines. Actors don't know what they're doing. It is poorly edited. It looks like shit. Please give this movie a spin.
Chris Cabin.
Well, I don't like donkey dick, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to say...
Put that on your fucking tombstone. Chris Cabin did not like donkey
dick. Likes horse dick instead.
Horse dick I love. No donkey.
Look,
just the adult kind of dick, not the donkey dick. Don't like pony dick neither. Yeah, I didn't like this at all. I didn't like the cast.
Was that the Deftones B-sides record? Was
Yeah.
Pony Dick?
Pony Dick?
I think that was also a rejected line from Cry Macho. Yeah, I don't like Pony Dick either.
Horse Dick's great though. But yeah, big no for me.
Yeah. One of the worst we've ever done. Enter the Pantheon.
Only the 88th time we've said that.
It's irredeemable. I don't like it. I would say no, but I guess if you're watching if you're doing like a marathon situation,
Yeah.
and maybe this is like the bathroom movie,
Totally. Yep.
you know,
This
in
is
the
when
rotation.
we're ordering the pizza.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah. I would say it's a big no. And here's the thing. I'm not averse to stupid movies, of course, but my beef here, if I'm going to watch something this fucking dumb, you better be showing me these kills.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't take
Totally fair.
fucking censored and stupid.
And how about some nudity too?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Some what?
Nudity. I
Oh,
said it weird for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't know what
I
was
am
going
out
on.
scrambled.
I know this is, but I would like to remember it too. It would be to be able to remember any part of it. I'm struggling as is.
Listen, you gotta figure out a better title. I just could not remember it. It was insane.
It is tough.
I don't know. I mean, you're not going to call it like the video game killer or something.
No.
And here's the other thing. This
It's
is
the
what I
video
want.
Kill screen. Come on.
Kill screen. Yeah.
Sure,
Sure,
there it is.
yeah.
Here's the thing. Also, don't watch this movie. Watch fucking The Trickster. What is that movie?
Oh, Brain Scan.
Brain Scan.
for
Brain
sure.
Scan.
Brain Scan is a better version.
Great
of this.
movie. Previous episode, we covered it before.
A
So
lot of fun.
Yeah.
we'll give that a spin as well.
I do think it's that's a much better film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Also,
it's a capital F film.
I just realized that movie also, the video game footage in that movie is just footage of real life.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and it's all POV.
Yeah. And you got Eddie Furlong instead of
Yes.
Frankie Muniz. They kind of sound the same.
And Frank Langella, man.
Ooh, that's
right.
right.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
other
right.
thing is you got some folks in that motion picture. Not a ton.
Not Ben
but
Foster's fucking brother.
Yikes, man. But that is the end of Stay Alive and our conversation about it. It's from Aught 6, directed by William Brent Bell. Catch his next one, Orphan First Kill. We'll be first in line. In
Steve will be
theaters.
there. Whatever screening
gonna
you
be
go
on
to.
this
Say
Feed.
hi to Steve when you see him at the theater.
In the one theater playing it.
And as always, of course, there's more content over on our Patreon, patreon.com/WeHateMovies. We have a very spectacular edition of We Love Movies out that is all about the most excellent An American Werewolf in London. We got an AD comment about Doug's Halloween adventures. Remember Doug from the 1990s?
We also got the Prowler commentary either out or coming out
That's
very shortly.
coming down the pike, man.
And
Absolutely.
do not forget, what is more scarier in time for Halloween than bureaucracy? Chancellor Valorum on the Gleep Glossary sideshow where I read about Star Wars characters of these guys.
And we even got a very spooky Once in a Lifetime dropping this month.
Yes.
Oh, the Devil's Diary.
Diary.
You got to hear this episode.
And also apologies to all of our Canadian fans who listened to that episode because it's the most Canadian movie I've ever seen.
oh,
it's quite
right.
something.
Yeah. It's dripping in maple syrup.
A lot of Tim Horton jags. in that
Oh,
episode,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
recall. But as always, here on the main feed, the show continues. The Spooktacular continues next week. Steve, I believe, if I'm correct this time, we got some friends coming by the clubhouse.
We do to the spectacular finale of 2021.
Fuck, I just
All
can't
right.
even keep track of these weeks, man. It's over already. Unbelievable.
And we have James and Chelsea from Dead Meat coming on. It's going to be super exciting
That's right.
to talk about Leprechaun, the OG.
That's right. I mean, I'm excited to revisit. Not really. I'm sort of excited to revisit this movie.
A little bit.
You got the Leprechaun. You got Aniston. in this
I'm more
movie.
excited just to hang out with James and Chelsea. Honestly.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
our good
totally.
friends from Dead Meat. And just maybe we'll just talk to them and see how everything's going.
Yeah, just see what they're up to out in LA, man.
Just
Who
catch
knows?
up.
That's right. But in some form or another, we will be talking about the film Leprechaun next week on the program when we welcome our friends from Dead Meat on the show. Until then, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Gavin.
Take it easy.
We all go a little mad sometimes. You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Sometimes that is better.
Zombies have entered the building. They're at the door. They're coming in.
It is
Coming to get you, Barbara.
He's sick for fuck's sake. You've seen one too many movies.
Now, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
What's the fucking lotion in the bag?
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
That was a HeadGum podcast.